GDFNL out in Inverleigh. Currently we have the reserves, Inverleigh 10-2-62, leading Bannockburn 2-7-19. There's a couple of minutes left in the third quarter now. Before I throw to the rest of the commentary team, just so our listeners know, there is a service out here at 1:45, so there'll be no broadcast. There'll be just the studio playing a bit of music, and the live stream will still be going, but will be on the service, so there'll be no commentary. So if you're wondering where we are, that's where we're at. So obviously a very special day on the Australian calendar, commemorating the 109th year anniversary of the landing of Gallipoli in 1915. Okay, the commentary team. Grubby, Richard Grubby Cations, how are you, mate?
G'day, boys. I'm great. G'day, viewers. And this is always a special day, I can tell you now. Look, you know how much I love me home and away footy. I love it. And towards the end of the year, you sort of think, I can't wait for finals. But you get a bit of a break. And I know it's only in April, but you get a game that it just always happens to be, the whole day, just a little bit above your normal home and away game. It's probably not quite a grand final, but I tell you what, it matches every other finals and is better than the home and away games. It's always done well by whoever it is, either Inverleigh or Bannockburn, and it's always a great game. And I just can't wait, because these two sides, they don't like each other much. They've got that on-field rivalry that goes back a long, long way. It's a typical Anzac spirit, I reckon, and it's the game that always is on and should be on, and I'm expecting a huge day out here in Inverleigh.
And the voice of the GDFNL, good afternoon, Dale Smith. How are you, buddy?
Spider, nice to be out here this afternoon. As I said, lucky it wasn't any later, because I reckon I would have had to park on the railway line because there's that many people around.
That's Cogsy's fault.
Yeah, well, it was not 100% Cogsy's fault, but I was stuck at work for a little bit there this afternoon. But we got out of there pretty quickly, and we've arrived here. Good day, mate. And as I said, we couldn't get a better day for that. I reckon the conditions will suit everybody, so there's no excuses for a good game of football, and let's hope it's going to be hard fought like we expect it will be.
Yeah, a little bit of breeze around, mate. So, but any rain is holding off. It's a little breeze blowing through, and that door of the commentary box is open. She gets a bit cold, but you're right, mate. Beautiful day for footy. Beautiful day for footy. So, a couple of changes, Grub, for the McHugh and Welsh back in for Inverleigh. It's a big in for them.
Well, it is. I think he went to a wedding last week. He was unavailable, so he's back in. I reckon Dion Young Miles, young bloke's in too. Young Jarvis.
Yep, he is.
So if he's anything like his old man and his uncles, and
We'll hear him on the ground if he's like his old man.
no, I don't think he is. I think he's a bit quieter.
Can't get a word in.
But we'll see how he goes. I'll tell you what, he's got a pretty good line of football in front of him. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, not so much from his dad's side, but from his mum's side. His mum's side was Bernie Baxter and Kenny Baxter both played football at Carlton, were great footballers at Carlton. So he's got a fair bit of a football background. We'll see how well he goes today. I spoke to a few of the Inverleigh blokes. They said he's been going really, really well on the twos, and he shares it about a bit. He's only a kid. Could be a good prospect.
Well, that's handy, mate. Before we go too much further, mate, there's a couple of Cheerios need to send out, Grub. Our great mate, Sir Robert, the panel operator of the hashtag. He's in at the Epworth at the moment. He had a little bit of a heart scare on Tuesday, drove himself into the hospital. and the actual quote to Leo was, well, why the hell would I wait for an ambulance? He said, I'd probably be dead before the ambulance got there. So all the best to him, and to the treasurer of the GDFL, Daryl Jarvis, has had a bit of a procedure done during the week too, mate.
Did he?
I think he gets out today, yeah.
I hope he gets out after 1:15.
Well, he's after 1:15.
That's what time he rang me. That's what time he rang me last week.
He won't be ringing today, so to those blokes, all the best. Wishing you a good, speedy recovery. We've got the great man Steelo in Saturday morning, the hashtag, so that'll be good for you. You won't be there, Grub, so that'll be even better.
Oh, thank God. I don't have to put up with Steelo.
All right, gents, on to today's game. It probably is safe to say a bit of a shock loss for both sides last week, which adds a bit more spice to it, doesn't it, really? What, Inverleigh 1-2 now, and Banno 2-1. So it adds a little bit to it, doesn't it?
Tell you what, after watching Thompson and East a couple of weeks ago, I'd have bet me house that Thompson couldn't beat Bannockburn. And I didn't.
Not at Bannockburn, anyway.
Yeah. And I probably didn't think on that performance they would beat beat Inverleigh. So, but that exactly is what happened. That just tells you what this year's going to be like, really. Like, you know, Belmont, no one thought Belmont would be 3-0.
Wins none and 3.
None and 3. Werribee Centrals were undefeated. Anarchy hadn't won a game, and they turned the tables on them through the agency of Dalhouse with about 50 possessions, and Sam Lloyd, they just couldn't stop him. But that's what makes this league so great. Anything can happen. I'm not tipping anybody anymore. because it's just a 50-50 toss of the coin every single week. You know, like last week we didn't know who was going to win against Corio and Belpass Hill, and then Corio prevailed. It's just so... but this makes it even harder because these two... Well, it must have been a long, long time ago when these two weren't two of the best sides in the comp, because they have been for a long time. And even when they weren't and one side's down, not playing well, it's always been an unbelievable... A bit like Battle of the Bridge between Bowen Heads and Ocean Road. They just go in that extra bit harder when they play against each other. And that's what we'll see here today, I reckon.
Yeah, there's a little bit of added incentive for both sides to win, and bragging rights, as we know, just to take across the river. As I said, they one time calls the other side the Mexicans, so it's always been an interesting bit of
which was that?
Contact.
Which was which?
Well, I think they both call each other the Mexicans.
Oh,
to be
right.
honest. Yeah, I don't think there's any which way or white way, but they do. They like to have a bit of a banter and all that sort of stuff, as I said. But off the field, they're probably all good mates and spend half their time together. So it should be a really, really good game of football. As I said, we've got the conditions to suit. And I said both sides are dirty after last week's loss. As I said, I agree with you, Grub, from watching the game the week before, East Geelong and Thompson, unless they got a heap of players back that we didn't know about. But
didn't appear to.
No, they didn't appear to.
Yeah, well, as I said, they must have played a different game of footy than we saw the week before, because they couldn't even kick to another the week before. So must have changed things right around. Just goes to show a good start, I think. East Geelong against Thompson here, and Thompson pretty much the same thing against Bannockburn, got away to a really healthy lead. They did a bit of chasing, both sides had their opportunities, but the better side in the day probably prevailed.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, as we said, Grub, I've been walking through the crowd. One of the comments I'm hearing, and we probably heard it a bit last week, is the competition is just so much closer.
Yeah.
You really struggle to get a bad game now. You know, like you're not seeing the 150 point floggings or anything like that anymore. Everyone, both sides are in a game for a fair period now, which is fantastic.
Well, as I said before, anybody can actually beat anybody. I would have bet my house watching Thompson. They could not beat Bannockburn, and they did. And that just goes to show that if you're a little bit off and the other side's a little bit on, no matter where you're on the ladder, they'll beat you. And
that was shown last week.
Yeah.
Here we are, 3 rounds in. We've got one side that hasn't won a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they haven't been they've lost 2 games by about 5 points and one by 10.
It's been very, very close. Now, someone told me out there that Tavarsani doesn't want to play, or isn't playing, or is injured, or something. I only heard it that he might play in the seconds. Is there any truth to that? What happened there? G'day, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I believe there is. There could be something in that. Yeah.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. Well, he's one of my favourite players, as you blokes know, and I want to see him playing senior footy. I don't know what's happened out there, and I don't care, really. But fix it up.
Again, it could be a rumour, mate. You know, rumours are like...
Exactly. I hope it is.
People throw stuff up to,
Well, he's played every game in the senior so far, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Well, it might just be a lot of rubbish then. I hope it is rubbish, because he's a grouse player. I love watching him play.
So we usually leave the rumours for hashtag, mate, where we can actually get sued. And,
I
we don't bring him in. Yeah.
I never worry about rumours at all. But when I hear about a really good player, if it is true, I get angry. Because he's a great bloke and he's a great player, and I want to see him playing. I want to come to the footy and see him playing in the seniors.
You want the best blokes playing, don't you?
Yep.
You want the best blokes playing. You want the bit like Rusty today in the twos, mate. He could play in the seniors still, couldn't he?
Oh, well, I asked him before, after he come off after a 3-minute spell on the ground. No, the answer's got to be no, that he couldn't breathe. He reckons he's gone.
What do you say? It's the dad bod and I'm 33.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah, it's on his own admission, he's gone.
The dad bod. If that's the case, we're all in real strife, aren't we? Just quickly on last week's game, lads, because we don't want to get too much of this. We've still got Saturday to get through. We'll run through the other games Saturday. But wasn't it great to see the Devils get up and get that win? We've seen them in the first round. They were very, very close. They pushed Belmont to 2 goals. And then I think half-time walked across the ground, and I just had this feeling this game could get a little bit ugly. They started to break away. Belpo have still come back. Whereas this is where Corio have been falling down over the last couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
They fell down. The sides pushed back, but this time they stood up and they were absolutely fantastic, weren't they?
Well, I spoke to Darren Bennett, and he basically, I told him what I thought, and he said, you're right. He said, when we fall away, that's where we lose games. And when we're in front at half-time, he said, I just drummed it into them. It's finished that. That rubbish is finished. We've got to play 4 quarters. And they went on and did that. And they've got a lot of young kids still there. I gave Brock Savanka the junior award, the young award. Oh, he was wrapped. I went into the rooms and everybody's waiting around. Right, I got the best on the ground, boys. Thanks very much. Great game. Listen, I know it's getting monotonous, and we usually give it to Joel. But bugger Joel, this is going to town. Well, the boys, I tell you, they went mad, and so did Joel. He clapping and Darren. They've got a great atmosphere down there at that club.
They have.
And I really hope that sides like Corio and in Belmont, who have been down, once they show something, let's hope they keep it up. And let's hope they can make finals. Why can't they?
Well, there's no reason why they can't.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I mean, you've said it. It's time for other clubs to, take that next step, isn't it?
That's right. And the other thing I've got to say, too, is have you got the day off, Smithy? You're just sitting there saying nothing. Have you got the day off, have you?
Well, it's like my mother said last week. You two blokes never shut up. You won't get a chance.
Well, all right, I'll shut up for a minute. Off you go.
No, I've got really nothing to say. You just keep you take me all with your thunder.
Oh, well, you can't add to that,
No, I can tell you they were. Corio were very, very good. But the one thing that makes a difference in football is kicking straight at goal. 16 goals for last week. So they had, as I said, 20 scoring shots to 18, but they won the game quite comfortably. Their third quarter set them up. They kicked 7 goals. They looked a very, very good side during that period of time when they got their tails up and they started to run the ball. You could see the confidence grow within the group. And as I said, a little mini, I suppose, have a crack at them from the Bellpost Hill turn. But we know that they're going to have those days because they are a pretty young side now. Their reliance upon 2 or 3 of their better players is going to be heavy this year. As I said, they've got Dylan Godwin into their side. Swan Hill boy, I believe, speaking to Adam Martin, that there was obviously a few more Swan Hill boys that are actually training at the club, which could come and stay next year. And that, along with maybe the 2 or 3 of the blokes from travelling up to the countryside, get sick of that, come back, and all of a sudden they're not going to be too far away again, and that would be a great exercise because they're giving some younger kids a go. Clancy McKay, as we said last week, big lad, looked good, will only improve the more senior football he plays. Their base they had last year is probably still there with their younger players, but they're going to have to add those 2 or 3 more blokes back into that side to get themselves back up. But there were some signs here they can do that, but very, very impressed with the way they are going about Corio. The only thing I'd like to see them now do is play Aaron Taylor and Green in the same side somehow, so they've got that extra bigger, taller bloke that can go in the ruck to give him a break.
Well, they can do that, but they'll both be in the 2s.
But why is that?
Because they won't play them both in the 1s, that's why.
I reckon they've nearly got to bite the bullet. It's all right to do what they did last week, and I think the longer they play one of the Jelenics boys in a ruck, again, I reckon you're risking a fair bit. Because if he goes down and gets hurt, just from a stray ruckman that's got no idea putting his knees into his rib cage, then I think you lose more than you gain by having an Aaron Taylor and a Green in that side.
Look, you might be right, but what worries me is, and this is going to sound like I'm bagging, and I promise I'm not, but what you're going to get with Aaron Taylor is a ruckman. You're not going to get much out of him elsewhere. So you're actually down a player, except for in the ruck contest. So they've got to put that into the equation as well.
Yes, I agree. You stand him at full forward, though, and he's a big, tall option, and by the end of the day, he's not going to get any smaller. And you've got to. I still reckon you've got to bite the bullet. At some stage, it might not happen, but I still reckon that is something they're going to have to look at before the end of the season.
Well, or one other thing, it probably won't happen this season. All their recruits and all their kids are still all under 25.
Yep.
See if you can find a kid under 25 that's 6'5" and teach him how to ruck.
Yep.
I know they don't grow on trees.
Maybe not even ruck, just be able to jump at a ball and make a contest.
Yeah, a good forward who can go into the ruck because, I'm just not sure that they're going to play Aaron like every week. He didn't do too bad, but
He competed well.
Yeah, but you got to remember
who was he competing against?
Yes, that's what you got to realise. Like Yatesy is not a ruckman,
nah.
Right. So when he comes up against your Paddy Dailies and your John Coolmons and
bloke out here today,
Poodle and all these blokes, it's going to be a lot harder. But look, they could, but they do have to find another one. But then again, most clubs are in the same. There's a lot of clubs in the same boat as that.
Belpost would love one, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they'd love one.
Yeah.
Well, talking to Benny Muir Sunday, and I believe they picked up a big bloke who will play this week. I don't know where he's from. I don't know.
Who has?
Belpost still have.
Oh, Belpost still.
So
That's
I don't know
all right.
who he is and where he's from.
Who cares as long as they've got a big bloke?
Yeah.
Spider.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
They don't even have to win every contest in the ruck or do much. They just have to be there to even equalise the situation. Because you have a look at here, we're at the other end of the scale here. When Big Poodle, when he goes off for a spell, if McEwen Walsh is as fit as he was, I don't know how fit he is, but he used to go into the ruck and they didn't lose anything.
Dalton go in the ruck.
Yeah, but you don't want him there
either.
either.
You got Mason Dixon that can also go into
Mason
the ruck.
Dixon as well. Well, that's where Bannockburn probably dropped because they had Cal Hetherington who'd go and do bits and pieces as well, but he's obviously gone to South Barwon.
Yeah, I think he's been injured too. I was talking to a bloke from South Barwon the other day. I was speaking to Teddy Whitten actually, and he was saying he's had trouble with his hamstrings and hasn't played a lot of footy. So
What's he doing at South Barwon?
Who?
Teddy Whitten.
Teddy's been there for a long, long time.
Is he?
Randall Whitten. We're not talking about.
Not talking about Ted Whitten Jr.
No.
Oh, right.
No, different Teddy. Yeah.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
Randall Whitten, Geelong West cricketer, and
Yes.
yeah.
Good cricketer too.
Yeah. So we were just talking to him during the week, and he was saying that he hasn't had much of a go. So it's just one of those things. As I said, he's gone in there, hasn't been able to get his best foot forward. Let's hope he can put himself into the best shape and get himself right. If not, let's see him back at Bannockburn. It'd be nice before the greens is closed.
Well, I reckon Ronnie Pilgrim would be happy.
Be an extra string to the bow, I think. Yes,
It would be. So, well, I know there was talk about Hayden Spillanock going up to the middle of the year. I believe he's up there. He went up last week before. Now he's playing for one of the Cairns, North Cairns, something or other, with Jack Broman. So there's a couple you'd like to get back, wouldn't you?
Just a week off would be nice, yeah.
Is that the same mob where Bowie Collins and the big bloke?
Now, I'm not too
Carter,
sure.
was it?
Yeah, I don't know where they went to.
They went to Cairns.
Was it?
But I just wasn't sure the side,
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
There's a Belpo still connection up with the Cairns Saints. That's where Mark McCrowan and Pete McCrowan ended up, Dale, when they left Belpo still.
Okay.
So there was a connection there with that, but I don't know how strong the ties are, so they might have gone there. But
Well, if you're listening, Bowie, text in, mate. Text in and tell us where you went.
no, he won't listen. He might be listening. He might be here. But anyway, crowd building here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You never look at the netball court. That's nice and packed. As you said, Dale, it's going to be going to need traffic control to get out here tonight.
Well, yeah, we won't want to be in a hurry to get off the air to Spider. We'll just give them an extra 15 to 20 minutes to get themselves half the crowd to go, and then we might have a clear run.
Yeah, but these days, mate, people don't carpool. They all come in individual cars. So there's going to be at least 40 cars sitting there from people, showering after the game.
It's like the pensioners that come to work and have lunch together. There's about 10 on the table, but you're right, Spider. They all come in single cars. They don't share a pool.
Well, I didn't have any problem getting a car park at all. I'm right up the front there.
What
What time
do
do you arrive? 10 o'clock.
Court 8.
I was sort of saying, like Logan Haberfield's also debuting for Inverleigh today, and his father.
He's been playing, hasn't he? Senior footy.
Is he playing? So he's playing too. So it was his first
No,
senior game.
he's been playing. I think he played last week. He was in the best players.
Well, there you go. You know better than I would. Well, I see he's playing. I was talking to his old man who coached me. Who coached me at Teesdale many years ago. Now Haber was a great footballer, a great cricketer too. He said he parked his car at 7:30 this morning and then went down to the service.
Shane Grundle probably brought over his last night. He thought he'd bring a car over and come with his son today.
Still there from last week.
Who's going to drive it home for him?
Well, Shane Grundle will.
Still there from last week.
He's not listening. He's outside the car. I give him a buddy plug, and he's not even listening to us.
If you listen to mate, you get the Bionic gear on. So currently, what have we got? Halfway through the last quarter, Inverleigh 10-4-64, leading Bannockburn 5-8-38. So Banno have kicked a couple of goals to kicking with that bit of a breeze too to get themselves back into it. All right, gents, on to today's game because I don't have a lot of time between the end of the service and the start of the game. So Dale, we might kick off with you, mate, and see what your thoughts are on today.
Well, as I said, mate, after last week's surprise loss, both sides and both coaches will be very, very keen to make sure they get themselves back on track. There seems to be a bit more of the more senior players coming back into the side now. Manganelli comes back in. I think he missed the first one, maybe two. The two Grozza boys are back in. McEwen Walsh, as we said, he's back in. Not too sure about Ryan Bell, where he's from. They tell me he's a bit of a nuggety go, get the ball type of player. So he's obviously fitted in well. Madola at full back, he seems to be going along okay. So they've introduced some new players into their side. They haven't then covered off what they've lost. Obviously, Ryan Robertson back next week, we believe, from his suspension. So that'll be an added bow. And knowing him, he'll be pretty fit and raring to go because he's pretty keen to go.
You looked pretty fit up there before, mate.
There was talk, as I said, like last year, I think Finn O'Keefe was going to entertain going to play somewhere else, but he's decided to stay here at the club, so that's good. So they've now got themselves a good mix of height. As we said, we're talking about Poodle Wilson if he can't go into the ruck. I know McEwen Walsh can go in there. We know Doc Grundle can go in there. I reckon when I coach back here, I reckon even Dan Gros could go in there because he could jump. He wasn't big or strong, but he could actually jump at the contest and get through. So they've got plenty of options they can switch around. Matty Tyken through the middle of the ground has been going okay still, so he's getting some ball. Jared Love obviously provides a good release back into their forward line. So there's plenty for them there to go with. On the other side, I think Tristan Battaglia didn't play last week, comes back in. And I'm not too sure I haven't heard Brendan Schultz. I'm not too sure where he's from or if he's new this week or last week or he's been playing all season. But you talk about is he one of the connection from Leopold? Do you know, Grub?
Not as far as I know.
No. So they've got those experienced players coming in from Leopold as well. So look, this is going to be a great game. We know that the way to start a game of football is to get on the board, and I think whoever wins the toss today will kick to that bottom end, the river end, if you want to call it the river end.
The dam end.
Yeah, well, and I think if they can get away and get a bit of a start on the opposition, that will go a long way towards winning this game of football. Really looking forward to seeing Maybourne. Grubb said he played really well in a GFL final last year. Young Josh Lunska has been going okay, and again, good mover through centre half forward. Got the two Elzinga boys in now. We know what Liam's like. Looking forward to seeing Jackson play across. I think he plays across the half-back line. So they have got those young group in there. Looking forward to a really good game. Again, I'm not even going to predict it after last week because I think out of the last 6 games last week, I think I got one right. So,
which one was that?
That might have been the Cry game. I think that was the only game I called right. I think I picked Geelong West over whoever they played.
No.
Yeah, and I think I picked Winch over North, and North got beaten.
Geelong West Belmont.
Geelong West Belmont. I picked West, didn't I? So yeah, no, I had a crap of a day last week. So we're not going to start off this week. We'll wait till Saturday until I make a mug of myself.
So you're going to pick the winner on Saturday, are you?
Yeah. or tomorrow morning when I read the paper.
Well, I might do it tonight, about 5:30 or something. Yeah. Well, yes. Well, I know you wouldn't have picked Belmont because you've never liked them very much. I know that.
Well, look at what Cogs did doing this morning, mate. Any wonder?
Yeah. Well, we'll all pick against Belmont for that. You've just gone through the list and mentioned every player, so I've really got nothing more to say. Don't worry about can't add to it. He's just looked at every single player just about. So I'm going to double up on a couple. I
forgot to mention Casey, me and two.
That's who I was going to double up on.
Two-star cricket club coach.
And one of your cousins.
Yeah, young Brendan Schultz.
Billy
my cousin too. I got a couple of cousins.
Well,
there
you're loaded. Jeez, you could have a connection here, mate. You must well say you're an Inverleigh person instead of a Werribee person.
I'll tell you, there was one playing for Bannockburn out here too somewhere. I met a Paul Cations over there today too. I've never even knew he existed. So there must be another one here somewhere in Bannockburn as well. But look, the first thing, they got the 3 kids. We all thought that their loss this year would be losing Hose, Perkins, and Liam Elzinga. At this stage, they haven't lost them. They're still playing there. They might, and they will lose them from time to time, I guess. But the 3 of them in the side at the same time augurs well for Bannockburn. The second one is Jai Robinson's playing. Now, I know he wanted to leave. I really hope he stays, but if he wants to better his football after the first month and Ronnie says go, that's fine. But up until then, he's not the type of player that'll just say, oh, well, I'll wait a month to go. He tries his hardest every time he runs out on the ground. So it'll be good to see him there. The other one I'm going to double up is Rob Maybourne. You did say that I did say that he was good. Well, I did watch that grand final, the whole game. I gave him the 1 vote, third best. I thought he was sensational. I thought he'd come back in. He'd be a very, very good player back here. And once he finds his footing, he most definitely will, I tell you. He's a very, very, very good player. You mentioned young Jackson Elzinga. I haven't seen him, so another one.
I didn't think the biggest bloke will probably be out on the ground today either.
Fulton. He will be the biggest bloke out the ground, won't he?
Yeah, we would think so. Watched a bit of the seconds. I tell you, he was getting a few kicks. Young Jai McEwen, Rick McEwen's young bloke. I think he's had a bit of injuries too over the years, hasn't he?
Crusty.
Yeah, but he looked like he's getting a few kicks out there. Toby Mangan. I'll tell you the bloke I was going to mention, even though I don't know anything about him, but he's been in their best. He's a new player, Daniel Modolo. Don't know much about him, but he's been in their best most weeks so far. So number 66, we'll keep our eye on him, see how well he goes. I didn't look for his Peel playing, no.
No, injured again.
Okay. Paddy Burke had a good year last year. Hope he comes back. He's only a young fella. It's good to see him back. Billy Cations, I thought his final series was second to none last year. And he really, really, when they moved him back, I think he's really turned the corner, Billy, and he's had a really good last year, and I think he'd be okay. And of course, Matt Tyquin, he's just a class player. We thought we might lose him to that osteitis pubis after last year. He might have been considering giving it away. He hasn't given it away, which is good. And what is even better is I've looked through the crowd and I haven't seen his old man here. That's even better that he's not here.
He is actually standing behind the box.
Oh, no.
Before, mate, so
Well,
sorry.
he won't be far away then. Come and tell us what we're doing wrong, Ticker, will you?
He was standing just out there when I got one of the snags here from the volunteers selling them. So if you are around the ground, make sure you wander over and buy a snag from the Lions Club. Very good, weren't they, Dale?
Magnificent.
I could just about go another couple of spots.
Yeah, so could I.
Well, you're going to have a bit of time soon, mate, because,
I might have to venture. Let's hope
guess what?
Some
I reckon it's Smithy's shout too, by the way.
Right.
One other thing on the game that I've picked up over the last week or so, and today. I think to win the game, Inverleigh have to get off to a great start, because from what I've been told in all 3 games, their lack of fitness. Now, I don't know why. I don't know what sort of a pre-season most of them did, but Belmont played well against them all day, but East got over them because of fitness. They ran out of legs, and apparently they ran out of legs against Bellpost Hill, and Bellpost Hill kicked a lot of goals in the last quarter. So their problem at the moment, if they've still got blokes who aren't 100% fit, they need to be in front early. I'm not sure they can do that. I'm just gonna go for Bannockburn, but we'll see what happens.
So I got a tip out, did I?
Yeah, you got one out of me.
Got nothing out of Dale. He said he'll tip it tomorrow after he's read the paper.
Well, I'll wait till I'll see the first quarter and I'll let you know.
Oh, geez, thanks, mate.
Why don't you watch the first half? Might make it easier for you.
Oh, that's
quarter
going
will
to
be
hurt. So we've got about 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left here. Inverleigh 70 leading Bannockburn 46. So can't see any miracles happening now. They'll come back from that. I'm just trying to get the umpires up, Grub. You haven't got them,
I have. Sorry.
have you?
Yeah, keep talking for a sec. You
Okay.
you find that pretty easy to do.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that's because I'm good at it.
Yeah. Oh.
Got a problem with that?
No, it's great.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Have you got them? You've got to find them anyway.
Yeah, I got him.
I know there's a young kid at 15 years of age or something, isn't it? A young 14 or 15-year-old kid.
Field umpires are Josh Brown. That's Barney's son. That's Rod Brown's son.
Yep.
Under 18 coach, premiership coach Bellpost Still.
Shay Hubby.
Shay Hubie and Stephen Ritchie.
Hang on. Boundaries are Tom Flynn, Ollie Watson and Bailey Watson and Charlotte Wilson, and the goals are Ken Dudding and Shane Richardson.
And I watched the replay, and you were actually right when you said about Noel standing at the end where the goals were kicked. It was him.
Yeah, they look the same, mate. The
They
binoculars
did
on.
both of them.
Yeah.
You can tell by the movement.
And now he's only, and that was true. He's only 4 or 5 games away from 1,800.
That is ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Well, he
There
would have
should
done
be
the
some
reserve.
sort of a award for that.
He would have done the reserves today, so he'll get 2 today.
Yeah. Yeah, geez.
No, well, he did. Yeah, well, like I said, he was a senior umpire when I was running around.
Yeah. He's up. When I was running around, he was umpiring the 2s with Munro and all those blokes. But I'll tell you one thing: he's a beautiful, beautiful man. He really, really is.
You had him. You had Grosser, Paul Grosman. You had Jackie Ververs. They weren't a very tall umpiring crew, were they?
Harry Simpson, he was a big bloke. Bobby Beattie.
Bobby Beattie, yes,
Well, I
of
reckon
course.
one day at Werribee, he probably drank 10 more beers and he gave free kicks for the day. He couldn't drive home, Bobby.
Good Bellpost Still, that Bobby too. Plays lawn bowls up there, so he's a good bloke. Horrible cards player, so if you want to play cards, there's your bloke you get, mate.
Alex Smith, remember Alex Smith?
Yes.
I remember when I went and helped Goober out at Wyndham Vale, and we played at Inverleigh. This bloke was giving it to me all day, so I coat-angered him. And Alex Smith come along, he said, I should report you, but your uncle was my school teacher at electrical school. No more. I said, righto, Smithy, no worries, mate. And that was it. That's old school, that stuff.
That is old school stuff, isn't it?
He was a lovely, lovely man. I think he passed away, Smithy, but he's a lovely, lovely man. They all were. They were great people.
Yeah, well, they're only out there doing a job, mate, and like players, they make mistakes, and unfortunately, they seem to get picked on a lot more than what the players do.
Well, look, unlike me, I swore at Graham Munro once.
Really?
And we went in the bar and
You actually playing or you a runner?
No, runner. The bloke kicked it out in the full and I didn't pay it. But anyway, we're sitting in the rooms after the game in the bar and he came up and said, well, have you reported me? And all he did was turn and look towards the bar. I said, righto, mate. I went and bought him a beer. No report. No report.
She's all over here at the reserves at Morton Power Oval. Inverleigh 12-4-76. Beaten Bannockburn 7-10-52. There, Dale. Straight kicking, mate. 16 scoring shots to 17. You win the game by 24 points.
It definitely makes a difference, Spider, and definitely gives you that little bit of distance between both sides, and that'll hopefully be prevalent here this afternoon with both sides kicking well.
Oh, don't you start using
Oh,
those
no,
big
big
words,
words,
mate. You're going to bugger one of them up, you know.
Yeah, no.
I tell you, they forgot to put in the best players last week too. Braden O'Connor, he was fantastic. Come out of defence brilliantly. He was fantastic. Well, that's who you called.
I'm just completely ignoring the
Might
rubbish.
have been Braden Cotter, was it?
I know where he was. I know where he was.
Left better than Herschel Gibbs.
He texted me during the week.
Yeah, Herschel Gibbs.
He texted me during the week. He said, I've just watched this. He said, I'm not as bad as I thought I was.
I made
texted
one
back,
mistake.
Yes, you were.
I made one mistake.
Mate, mistakes don't matter. If he was judged on mistakes, he'd be sacked years ago.
I do like the fact that Dale's mum critiques you and I, mate, and says that her little boy can't get a word in.
I'll tell you what, I don't blame her, really.
No. Got to look after her boy.
Well, actually, Jonesy rings me now and again, Sid Jones. And the first thing he says, why don't you give Smithy a go?
You know, he didn't mention that to me at all the other week when I was having a beer with him. He did not say it once, give Smitty a go. So that's just you.
Oh, it must be.
Can't be me. So we will be getting ready for the Anzac Day service out here shortly. Players just shaking hands and getting ready to come over into their respective huddles and wait for the senior sides to come out and join them. You see the boys on the right here with the big truck? Hey, that's what we need. That's what we need for the
I
commentary
saw
box.
that.
Is that the sponsors box or something for the day?
No, it's Butter's truck. He just brings it up.
Who's it?
Lee Campbell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Mail Mover's truck. They just bring it up. They set the deck up there. All they're in there with the chairs, the whole lot, watching the game. So it'd be all right for us for a commentary box, wouldn't it? Hey?
Well, we get sick of it here and we'll move down there, Spider.
We'll just move everything over to Butter's truck. Be fantastic.
Can you blokes shut up and go and get the sausages? Starving.
Do you want one?
Well, so everyone, all the netballs are all coming over now too. So obviously it'll take us a couple of minutes. So we'll let you know, Steelo, when we're going. And I imagine it'll be about a 10 past 2 start by the time we get through all the formalities and the like.
Why would they do that? I'm at the umpires already. They've just walked out in the ground, put the ball, and the siren's gone, but the game's not starting for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, you know.
Process, it's called, Grub. Process.
Got to do it.
No, it's not process. What's the time?
It's look at the clock, mate. It's 10 to 2.
That's right. So they never do that at 10 to 2.
No, maybe they just did.
This is, I tell you, this is a little bit fraught with danger. They have to have another break because you can't just stand there like warming up, go through the service and then start the game. You have to have another warm-up or there'll be hammies twinging everywhere.
I don't know why you warm up anyway. It's completely overrated.
Well, especially for big fat blokes that sit in the goal square. Don't move out the goal square.
And didn't matter if I was playing at fullback or full forward, but I didn't leave the goal square either end.
No, that's right.
Nothing wrong with that, is there, Dale?
I just hope they get fully warmed up once the service is over so we don't see blokes coming off the ground injured.
Well, you'd hope that, that they do, mate. And they've all got medical staff these days, even local footy, so you want to get them all ready to rock, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but why I'm saying that is because if the service finishes at 2, I reckon one year, I think it was out of Bannockburn, we didn't start till about 25 past 2, and it was absolutely dark when we finished. So, there's a real time frame on this. So I hope they don't make them start without warming up properly.
Morton Power over, mate. There's a bit of Morton Power here, wouldn't you? Huh?
He looks quite a big type, Daniel Madolo, big strong fella, number 66. You'll pick him easy. He's one of them cryo blokes.
Oh yeah, he's got the cue ball.
Probably the only one.
Buck.
Yeah,
Buck's,
but he's got a little bit.
Buck's got nothing either, but we got to pick him out.
Yeah.
Always pick him out.
I'll tell you what, one of the Grozers look like they're struggling with hair too. There, Smithy.
Mick.
That's Mick, I think. Yeah.
Well, if you look at the older brother, mate, he's got none at all, and was these old men out there umpires before Grubby, and the two's the ball bloke.
Okay.
So it's hereditary. It's completely hereditary. So
how fit's Casey Meehan?
He's playing.
Well, that's not the question I asked.
Well, that's the answer you're getting. I don't know, mate.
Well, hang on, I'll ask with someone with a bit of sense. Smithy, how fit's Casey Meehan?
Oh, I'll tell you when he steps out on the ground, Grub, but as I said, as far as I know, he's done most of the training. And
well, the reason I asked that is I reckon the last 3 years, I don't reckon run out 100% in the last 3 years.
He did have some trace issues. Was it last year he had all the issues with his hands or something? Or?
Yeah, he had broken hands and yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where, I mean...
Is he still playing cricket?
He's coaching Tuesday next year, mate.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, he's coaching Tuesday,
Maybe.
mate.
I just had a chat to him. He might be coming to Werribee.
He's not going to Werribee. He's coming to Tuesday next year,
He
mate.
really wants to play in Werribee seconds.
He reminds me a little bit of like Billy Dixon. He's about the same age as Billy Dixon. Remember Billy Dixon at North Shore?
Yeah.
When he gave it away because he's a physio. Well, Case is an osteo. So you've got to look at where you weigh up your career or whether you keep playing footy, don't you? If you start getting your hands busted around, your career's all over, isn't it? And that's your outside career, not your footy career. So, but he's 27, so he's got a little bit left in him, I suppose.
You'd hope so. At 27, mate, you'd want to have a few more left in you.
Yeah, well, he looks all reasonably fit,
But
don't
as I
they?
said, when you start getting to 55 and 60, you start to wonder whether that might be a good day to give it away.
You're still playing at 55 and 60, but you've gone a bit too far, I think. Well, I do see some of the old boys in the country footy league still running around because they've got to fill sides up. So, look, crowd building, all setting up. The Bannockburn senior side are now coming out to join the service. So I'll let you know, Steelo, when we're ready to go, mate. Shouldn't be too far away.
Danielson?
Just waiting for everyone to come out and
Mitch?
the official party. So how do they do this service, Grub? I wasn't here last year. I'm usually out.
Doesn't look like they're going to do it the way they used to.
Usually out commemorating Anzac Day with Dad. It's with this morning for a while.
It's totally different. What they used to do was start over here and all the soldiers and the bands and the marching used to go all the way along. But that was a big, long service. Obviously, they haven't got time to do that in between two games. That used to be before the seconds.
Yeah, they used to start it well.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'd say they're only going to just go to the if they've got a podium up there. I don't think they have.
No.
And do the stuff there, but we'll find out pretty shortly.
Might be a bit of the last post, the ode and
Oh, they'll definitely do
national
that.
anthem, and
I think the whoever's the chief of the RSL down here, he'll probably get up and say a few words as well.
yeah, generally how it works. I'm trying to see if we've got a microphone set up somewhere. Can't quite see one. Here we go. Here comes
they'll have one.
the bagpipe is coming out now. Hope the wind doesn't get under his kilt. And we've got the wreath as well. Oh, they're carrying the speaker out themselves. No, what do you got? 80 footballers out there, and they've got two old blokes carrying the speaker out.
Oh, well, that's probably one of the reasons that we will go back to the studio because our mics out there, we just can't pick what
No,
they
we won't
say
hear it.
up.
So I've set it up with Steelo, so Steelo's going to take over.
And I got to admit, I don't like, and this is, you know, I'm going to hear this, but I don't like talking when there's a service on.
No.
You know I like talking, but not when there's a service on. You like to pay it a bit of respect. So that's the main reason we'll be going back to this. If we could pick everything up, we would leave it here and have the service on the radio. But unfortunately, they can't pick it up. So to make it, use a bit of respect here, and we'll go back to the studio.
The the live stream will stay on for folks if they are there. You want to sit there and watch the service, that'll be there, and you might get some noise through the mic. I doubt it, but they're taking the pulpit out now, Grub, so they've got a little stand there, and away we go.
Yeah.
All right, Steelo, at 2 o'clock, mate, now, so we'll throw back to you, mate. So we'll let you know as soon as we can before we're ready to go back on. And we are back here at Morton Power Oval after the service has concluded here, done by the Bannockburn RSL and Inverleigh RSL. Dale, is it? You see?
Inverleigh RSL, mate.
The bloke he spoke at Bannockburn this morning.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So
we've had him before. He does a terrific job.
And that's getting bigger and bigger, I tell you, mate. As I said, been going there for a while now, but it just seems to grow and grow each year.
It's funny because I reckon Werribee this morning, there wasn't as many as there been in the past. It actually dwindled a little bit the last 2 years.
I probably noticed myself, I've been going for a long time, the pre-dawn service at John O's Park, they have that commemorates the 4:16 service, commemorates the landing at Gallipoli.
Yeah.
It fluctuates. Like the 100-year celebration was 9 years ago. Sorry, commemoration 9 years ago. There was over 1,000 people there.
Same at Werribee. There was
but then this morning, probably, I mean, coming out of COVID last year was probably 300 or 400. Today is probably 150. Yet then you march at the RSL at Norlane, and there's not many. It's more families now than is diggers. But you get to the service at the 9 RSL, and it's out in the Rose Avenue. There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
So people are actually commemorating it, but there's less and less marching. And
look, they've been going for a long, long time. They've been going,
109 years.
Well, my dad, did they commemorate it like the first year after the war?
108 years.
Yeah. Well, that's from the war finish, but what about the...
I don't know when it actually started.
No, me either, but I was talking to my dad last night, and his dad used to take him to the one in Werribee and the one in the city, right? And last year was the first one, and this year obviously was the second one he's missed in 80 years. 80 years.
Wow.
You know, that's incredible.
Yes, that is. Like I've been going. Like we used to go to the John O Park when you do the dawn service there as well. Then you used to march in Geelong.
Yeah.
And then so as they get older, mate, I remember the old march at the 9 RSL started at Forster Street. Now it starts at Sparks Road. So they've cut 150, 200 metres off it already. And I reckon in the next couple of years we'll start at Rose Avenue.
Well, they might too. Well, I know, as I say, my grandpa took me dad, but they lived all up near the Werribee South to go to Werribee South Bridge, and they would have walked in them days. There's no cars in them days, but they would have walked. But the Werribee March was last Sunday.
Okay.
They have their march on the Sunday, and then just at the cemetery this morning.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, it looks like the coin toss has happened, Dale. I didn't see what happened, but it looks like Inverleigh kicking towards the pond end, mate, the river end, so they're kicking with the breeze. Good to see the GDFNL caravan down the back there too.
Well, they still have memorabilia.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, one of my old commentary jumpers is up there.
What are you selling? The 40-year membership of Neville at the helm.
That was there at Thompson 2 weeks ago.
It was too, yeah. So commemorative stuff for Neville, doing 40 years. So it looks like that's what's happening. So
we've got some of his hair in there in a glass.
So which means that Bannockburn are kicking to the railway end. Yes. Thanks, Steelo. We've got the clock ready to go, Dale.
Oh, what about all like about football? He's missed it.
Oh, well. All right, we're about to kick off here. So the spectators are cleared. Players exchanging pleasantries. Siren goes. Dale, over to you, my friend.
Yes, siren has sounded and ball is in the air. Both ruckmen go at it. Schultz and Poodle Wilson. The ball comes down to Robinson. Robinson gets it out towards his teammate there and Connor Jervis, and he goes long into their forward line and quickly. Nice looking kicks to Fulton. He takes the mark and will go back and get an early shot at goal. 16 seconds it's taken to get to there, and Kieran Fulton will line up. I didn't see who went to him actually. It was Jack Filet or Dan Modolo.
Looks like Filet's on the mark. He's a big unit, isn't he, Fulton? Cool.
So from about 35, we'll say, he can have a shot at goal. We get a good look from where we sit. Looks okay off the boot. He's going to hit a kiss and hits the top of the post. And the first score is to Bannockburn and to Kieran Fulton. They move to one solitary behind. Ball in quickly from the full-back position. Condy inside to Cations. Cations now just weighing up his options. Short, he has Modolo, and he uses him now. He decides to transfer play and goes across goal. Long kick, goes out towards Templeton. Got space by himself, takes the mark. And again, now he decides to go towards centre wing. Lead up player. Ball gets out the back. Picked up there Battaglia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was going to be locked to Tristan, but the ball went over his head. Mark was taken out there, and again, Templeton was the relieving mark for Inverleigh. So from the half-back line, he decides to go deep towards centre wing. Coming up, Galton Grundle's there. Ball gets through his hands. At the hands and knees, ball is picked up, goes out the back. I can't see who's trying to pick the ball up. Might be Hose, possibly. He was run over the boundary line. Will have a throw-in far side of the ground. So just over a minute and a half gone in this first quarter. As you said, we weren't too sure who Brendan Schultz was, but he's the ruckman grub. So that's and he from St Albans. Is that the one they got from St Albans? I'm not too sure there. So anyway, ball again with Battaglia. He goes long and wide. Unfortunately, too wide over the boundary line. Scotty Condie now with a free kick. Just defensive side of centre wing. Shane Grundle wing over there. Again, sitting outside the car.
Fourth can.
Kicks long. Goes down to the half-forward line. Out in front, I think that might have been Burke through his hands. Picked up by Love. Goes back over the top. Ball goes quickly into their forward line now. Donahue with that nicely. And he runs across and has now an opportunity to go back and look at goal. Again, just maybe he's looking to pass the ball off. So maybe on his range, but he's inside 50. I reckon he's got the ability to get the distance.
And if what you're saying is right with that breeze, the trees are pretty still, so I don't know the breeze is going to make that much difference here.
So Donahue now to shoot for goal.
What's he looking at?
Crosses over 50, kicks long, gets to the top of the square. Won't be marked, comes out. Keelan Walsh had a bit of a go at it. He went trying back and picked it up again. He got one to the snoz there, I reckon. And he came out of that pack pretty quickly. The ball up will take place top of the goal square. He's going to do the ruck work down there. Schultz is also down there. Can't see where the ball is or who's got it now, but it's sitting still at the top of the goal square. Now it comes out to Grundle, gets around the body, goes back towards goal, and he is offline. That will square things up. So both sides are one behind. We've gone just over 3 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
So Robinson to bring the ball in for Bannockburn. So he's trusted with the kicking duties. So Jai Robinson now assessing his options. Players start moving around for him. Goes out to the far side of the ground, goes in short. That pays off very, very well. The Bowden with the mark now. Back pocket here. In front of the netball courts. He goes even longer down the line. Players setting themselves ready to fly. Big flight at the back of the pack. Comes off hands. Quick handball out of the pack. Push Inverleigh forward. Running on it there was Templeton again. Hacked the ball out of midair very cleverly. Ball spills free now. Picked up by, is that Bowden? Down again. So he's had a couple of possessions early. He's kicked the ball. Players calling for deliberate, and they have been rewarded with it. It is tough. Deliberate. It is tough in the tackle, isn't it? You know, getting your bearings, but he's picked it up. So
no comment.
These blokes.
No comment.
No comment.
I'll make a comment. They watch too much television. These umpires.
They do. So the ball spills over the back. Quick handballs out by Battaglia. Get it right. Ball spills free again on the ground. Wrapped up in a tackle. What's the umpire said here? He's paid holding the ball. So Inverleigh. Is that
Toby?
That's Toby Manganelli with the ball now in the forward pocket. Netball ground forward pocket there. Netball court forward pocket. Probably kicking from about 25. Pretty sharp angle though. So take his best kick from there, I think. Manganelli for Inverleigh now coming in. Here we go. Kick is on its way. Goal umpire pushes across. It's another minor score to the Inverleigh side. So Inverleigh go to 2 behinds, leading Bannockburn 1 solitary behind. Robinson again with the kicking in duty. So
Modolo has picked up Fulton.
Okay, there you go. So Robinson plays on. Goes wide out there. Goes over the head of everybody. Lands in the arms of who's got that?
I reckon there might be Bell, maybe.
Bell, I reckon that could be, yeah, we're not sure with Bell. So
or Finn O'Keefe.
It could be Finn. No, right foot Finn, but that's a fantastic kick in. Picked out co-coach Dalton Grundle on a very strong lead. So Grundle will now have Inverleigh's third shot at goal. About 40 metres out directly in front. So we'll see if there's any breeze at all here. Grub blowing it either way,
Yeah,
I think.
Tough to tell.
It is tough in the box, isn't it? So Dalton Grundle coming in now. Ball leaves the boot. Umpire pushes right across, and that is their third behind for the quarter. So we said they needed a great start, Dale, but they haven't done that so far. So the Beards will bring the ball in now. Coming out, was looking for Country. The ball's dropped short, taken by Logan Haberfield. He plays on, chips the ball into the middle. I'm not sure where he's going, but looks like it's going to come off anyway.
Wow. That is a terrific
He's
kick.
kicked to space, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that Finn O'Keefe again? That's Finn O'Keefe. So. Well, there you go. Just been told Logan Haberfield's one of the co-captains under 18, so it's good to see the young kids getting a run.
Oh, a useless bit of information from Dougie Cations.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Well, useful information comes from the Cation family, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what, you want to get that Battaglia right too, otherwise you'll be swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, fair enough too. Anyway, O'Keefe coming in now, looking for the first for Inverleigh.
That's a shank.
That's gone across the other side now. So Inverleigh have gone to 4 behinds. They lead Bannockburn on 1 behind. So we've gone, 6-7 minutes, Morris Finance first quarter.
So again, Bearsall this time doing the kicking in. And this one is going to hit the target. No, it won't. It's picked up there by Jervis. And again, right boot just barrels up to the centre wing, running away from Cases. He'll pick the ball up first. He'll have a look inside. He'll see Condi and use him well. So Condi now still inside the centre square. Goes sideways again. Finn O'Keefe, another hand on the ball. And he's now going to go longer. It's along the ground and goes out wide. Donahue in space by himself. Takes the mark. Kicks short. Chip up over the top. Player leading up with the ball might have been Manganello again. Dives on it. Now he might be in trouble because he did so. Umpire said no prior opportunity there. And the umpire will take possession of the ball. So ball thrown up by the umpire. Dixon doing the ruck work. Ball comes out of that contest. Heads back towards the boundary line and over. We'll have another throw in. Umpire might just give that as deliberate for a deliberate punch to the boundary there, Spider.
Well, who'd know these days, Dale?
That's it, the way they go. And I just said they need to have a good look at that rule in our league. I'm telling you.
In every league, they're getting it wrong.
So the ball thrown back in by the umpire. It's a good ball in. Schultz up over the top. Again, picked up out there on the far side. Might have been Tom Barth had the ball, lost it. Alzinger picks it up. He went back towards centre wing. Again, the spoil from behind is good. And it goes over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw in once again. Centre wing, far side. Wilson and Schultz doing the work out there. So ball thrown back in by the umpire. Again, Wilson over the top. Went straight into the hands of Robinson. Out the back now. Ball is picked up out there. Clicked by Alzinger along the boundary line. Nice looking ball. And standing in the road was Crowley. He has it and turns it back for Inverleigh, back towards centre wing. Again at ground level, the numbers there with Bannockburn. Tom Barth over the top with a handball, goes back towards the boundary line, put his teammate Schultz under a fair bit of pressure. He went over the boundary line and the umpire said it is over. Another throw in which will take place on that far side. So Wilson doing it again. Schultz right beside him. Ball out the back this time, straight into the hands of Tyken. Good work. He gets rid of the ball, and it's looks like Alzinger. This might be Jackson, I think. He's a left footer. So did that nice to Kunska. He goes short. Kick was okay just, and the mark has been taken out there. This is Fletcher Wilson, I think. He's pretty lightly framed sort of bloke. Goes in short. Mark is going to be taken out there by Aidan Osman. Just inside forward 50, and again, probably testing him with the kick going forward. Ball comes out the back, and again, hits towards Wilson. Taken off the ball by Madolo. Picked up out there, and Grozdanovsky in that stand goes back to the goal square, and has found Jack Filet. Filet with the ball now. Again, short. Back pocket. Love with the ball.
Could he got a free kick if he was taken off the ball from Madolo? I thought he could have.
So it's another short kick goes out to the half-back line. Wilson comes up, takes the mark. Goes off to Cations on the run and kicks long back towards centre wing. Coming up to meet the ball with Miles. Didn't take the mark but knocked it towards Tyquin. Steps around one. Got a long kick into their half-forward line. Manganelli to attack the ball. Ball comes to ground. Donahue knew where it was going. Just got a bad bounce in the end, but it's going to be sitting in the half-back line. It's going to be picked up. It's going to end up in the hands there of Mick Groz, I think it was. He went back towards the boundary line with the ball, and it's out of bounds. I think
he's thrown in.
Bowden there was asking the question, was that deliberate? But he didn't kick for goal. He missed everything.
Don't go too far.
Oh, no, I can't. I've got to give it away. Dog on a bone, they say.
Grundle and Schultz go to the boys over the back. Picked up there by Inverleigh.
Miles.
Quick handball by Miles. Yeah, but I was talking about the ruckman didn't touch the ball, Grub, and it got picked up last week. So that's where I was going. Well, free kick has gone here to Inverleigh in the meantime. Yeah, just that no one touched the ball, mate. So We've seen that picked up at Corio last week.
No, I think there might be a little rule in there that says if it bounces or not.
Okay, is this Burke?
Otherwise, no one's allowed to, if the only two allowed to pick it up and run it. So I think it's only out of the air, Spide.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Burke coming in now. See if he can kick Inverleys first. The goal umpire has
another poster.
Well, he hadn't moved, but it's gone through for Inverleys' fifth behind. They are now those five behinds leading Banno one solitary behind. So,
I think the runner's got to go out to both sides.
Yep.
And remind them it's Anzac Day. We're not getting enough.
We're not getting enough?
Nope.
So Beardsley brings the ball, and that's not a great kick. That might also get out of bounds in the full. I reckon
Grab yourself an apple
the umpires paid a free kick here. So resultant free kick going to Dan Groz. Unrealistic attempt or too high or however you like. So Grozdanovsky now plays on. Kicks the ball back into the hot spot. 20 metres out from goal. There we go. Fantastic grab. So Dalton Grundle is causing a bit of havoc down there, having his third shot at goal. We've gone 12 minutes, Morris Finance first quarter. So let's even get one right.
Well, I tell you what, he'll start to cause havoc when he starts to kick straight.
Yes. Plenty of opportunity down there. I said this is at 5 behinds kicked. So Grundle coming in now. Good view from here. That one looks pretty good. Goal umpire went right across. Probably didn't need to, though. So Dalton Grundle has his first and the first of the game. 1-2 to him. So we're now 1 goal, 5-11 Inverleigh. 1 solitary behind at Bannockburn. 12.5 minutes gone. Morris Finance, first quarter scoreboard.
I must admit, it's a very, very lacklustre start to an Anzac Day game. And it probably only takes one real good bump or flatten somebody fairly and all that sort of stuff to get the juices run. But I don't know. Both sides are just going through the motions at the moment. We need to see more effort from both sides.
So ball back in the air this time. It looks like Fulton's going to do the ruck work now. Ball comes out. Meehan picks the ball up. Goes to Burke. It was a handball that got to him. Now he goes back into the hands there of O'Keefe, and he goes long into their half-forward line. Brian Perkins read that nicely. Takes the mark and plays on. Goes across the ground. Has to be a nice kick. Mark will be taken out there, and it was by Bailey Alford. So Alford now, he goes short, further afield. Maybaum's there. He was
that
taking
could be
the mark.
50.
And on the just defensive side of centre wing, call the play out now by the umpire. Goes over the top there to Beardsall. Beardsall along the boundary line. Ball spoil from behind. Ball goes over the boundary, and we are throwing pretty much where it was just in front of where we sit. So it's good calling again, Spider, from here.
This is perfect for you, mate.
Yes, it is. So Kieran Fulton doing some ruck work now. So Fulton tries to get front position, taps it forward. Picked up out there, but it's Elford again, I think it was, or Osborne it was. Sorry, Osborne. He can't get rid of the ball. He goes back to the umpire. This might be the young bloke's spot.
Yeah, he's only a kid.
That's it. Ball out of that run contest. Kicked off the ground there by Donahue. Into the hand of Mick Groz. Picked up by Tyquin. Come out at the back of the contest and kicks across the ground. And the first one's going to be there. It's going to be Jackson Elzinger, it looks like. Picks the ball up on the left boot. Looks forward. Kicks goes in towards Battaglia. He picks it up. That's locked. Tackled straight away. And no prior opportunity there. Good decision there by the umpire.
Yeah, very good decision. A lot of umpires fall into the trap of Payne holding the ball there, but you're right. There was no prior. Fantastic decision by the kid.
So Kunska's doing the ruck work, and no other player can touch it by the sound of things. Ball comes out, goes to Maybaum. He gets it out further to Battaglia again. Umpire said, let's throw it in. And we're about 25 around from the behind post. Bannockburn's attacking end. Heading towards the railway side. So it's thrown back in by the umpire once again. This time the ball out the back. Goes into the hands there of Miles. He gets a long boot. Goes back into the centre of the ground. Perkins did that okay, he thinks. Goes across the ground there. Good work. Finds his mate there and Hose. And he now runs and delivers the ball into their half-forward line. Condi read that nicely. He goes across and takes the mark. Doesn't waste any time and goes short to the centre-half back position. Tyquin once again in space by himself. He's got a play across the ground. He hasn't looked there yet. He decides to go straight down the ground towards the centre-half forward. Grundle's the target in front. Doesn't take the mark. Ball gets out the back. Running onto the ball was Mick Groz. He didn't take it with him. Now in the hands of Robertson. He was pushed over. Got the ball out towards Perkins and it runs over the boundary line. Going to have another throw-in which will take place. So 15 and a half gone. It is Inverleigh at 1 goal 5. Bannockburn at 1 solitary behind.
Players heading down. So McEwen Welsh versus Fulton again by the look of it. About the same height, but Kieran's a bit bigger body. So ball in now. Fulton just uses his strength, pushes across. Tykins shags it out there, gives it straight over to Meehan. Meehan drives Inverleigh forward again. Ball punched away. Out of bounds for another boundary line throw in, about 20 metres round from Inverleigh behind post. So, I said we've gone 16 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter. Very stop-start game at the moment. So ball in now. Well, it's Fulton versus Dixon. Dixon brings it one down cleverly, but everyone ran straight past it. Now the ball hits the deck. It's been pushed out of the pack there, sliding in players. No free kick because they both slid in. The umpire says, I'll have it. Right at the top of the 10-metre square here, Inverleigh deep into attack. They lead this game 1-5-11 to Bannockburn's 1 solitary behind. 16.5. Morris Finance first quarter. Ball goes up in the air and just punched. Well, I thought he was trying to punch it through. The ball's gone out of bounds. What's the umpire going to say here? Throw it in, thank you. Only had one intent there, I reckon, Dale.
It's a long way to go, though, Spy. That's the only thing that probably saved him, I think.
I thought he was trying to punch it through for a point and just mishit it. So, anyway, Dixon and Fulton to ruck. Dixon in front. Fulton reaches over the top, taps the ball down beautifully. Quick kick out of defence. That's very, very clever. It lands in the arms of Bailey Kelly. So Kelly plays on quickly, comes down the line here. Scott Condy just used his body beautifully. So Condy for Inverleigh to drive the ball back forward. Love comes across, drops what he should have taken. Now he's putting himself under a bit of pressure. 3-on-1 here. Fighting hard for the ball. Ball spills out free. Umpire's paid in the back. So that'll be young Henderson with the ball.
Oh,
it could be
it's 50.
No, I think he backed into him.
It was accidental, but it's 50. You're not allowed in that close to him.
Yeah, but he's chasing his opponent, mate, so he was. Anyway,
he knocked the ball out of his hand, mate.
Crawley does well. Handballs over to Donahue. Donahue onto the right foot, kicking the ball down long. Through comes Perkins, goes without it. Quick handball up by Grosnoff. He goes to Haberfield. Haberfield, I think he's dragged this one back in. How's the umpire going to see it? No, he said he didn't. Yeah, but he was following his player.
He knocked the ball out of his hand.
He ran into his
It's
bum.
50 every day of the week. He knocked the ball out of his hand.
Welsh wins it one, bounce on the head. Handball back to Meehan. Meehan drives Inverleigh forward again. Luck could be a fortune here in front of Manganelli. Couldn't quite trap it. Running back now with the ball handball over the top was Hodes. I don't know why he did that for.
Not straight back to Manganelli. Unless he heard the call and he just responded to it.
Well, lucky he was over.
Kept going forward, like he couldn't stop. Anyway, ball thrown back inside again. Inside Inverleigh's forward 50. So Fulton and Dixon. Fulton wins that one down. Robertson picks it up. He's immediately tackled. No proper opportunity at all there. So umpire says, I'll have it again. So about 15 metres out from the Inverleigh goal, directly in front. Done most of the attacking, but only rewarded themselves with 1 goal 5. About to tick over 19 minutes, Morris Finance first quarter. Fulton wins that one down. Ball heads towards the boundary line. Picked up by Robertson there. Gets it out towards Hose. Hose done very well to pick it up. Breaks one tackle. Was going to have a bounce and decide to go long down the line. Looking for Fletcher Wilson. Ball comes over the back again here to Kunchko. He couldn't quite take it. Wilson backs up again. Looking for options down the ground. Has a bounce. Gets around everybody onto the right foot. He's got no one home, so he's kicked into space. We've got a foot race on here. So, bit of a clash there. Both players brought down. Billy Cations picks the ball up, turns around, sends it back from where it came. Very good kick over the back. Not quite taken there. So falls to Kunchko again. He's got the nice little left foot inside.
Well, just a little bit high, that.
Well, that might be just marginally high on Finn O'Keefe. He's gone back to pick up his head and get the ball as well. So O'Keefe now for Inverleigh. Plays on, looking for options. Comes out very, very wide to Love. Love takes the mark to side 50, throws the ball on the left foot, comes long down the line. That's a good kick and a good mark there by Miles. So Miles now steadies up, looks forward, heading out towards the pocket here. Donahue floating at the back. Ball doesn't quite get there. Looking for people to shark it. Hose does. Gets a handball away. Doesn't hit anyone in particular. Donahue coming in again with Perkins. Ball spills free. Out it falls now. Could be too high. No, but a handball fed out. Onto the right boot there is, that's Bell. Ball punched away from the Inverleigh forward line here. Running onto it. Can't quite pick that one up was Paddy Burke. Anyway, second option, third option finally comes out here. So, relieving kick. Looking for Fletcher Wilson, can't find him. Big Pooter Wilson gets in his way. So Wilson now chips the ball nicely to O'Keefe. O'Keefe almost centre circle here, looking for options forward. Drives one long. That's a nice looking kick. Defended beautifully by Alford. Runs out with the ball now, chips it over the top. That's a good kick to Connor Jervey. So Bannockburn have time to reset now and have a look further down the ground. Quick chip into to Osborne. Aidan Osborne now gets another quick handball out. Jervis kept running. He's looking further down the line now. Not the best kick off the boot. Ball comes to ground. Cation's gets there first. Can't quite pick it up. Condy comes in to help. Templeton as well. Jumping all over him now. I think the umpire have no choice but to ball up. No, it comes out to Jervis, who caught one high. So 55 out from Bannockburn's goal. We've gone 21 minutes. Morris Finance first quarter. Quick handball over to Alfred. Alfred drives Bannockburn forward at the back. Kunchka can't quite take the mark. Ball rushed through. So Jack Fowler concedes a minor score. So that's Bannockburn second. Inverleigh 1-5-11, leading Bannockburn 2 behinds.
Condy in quickly, finds Templeton half back, transfers, play to the far side of the ground. Finn O'Keefe in space by himself. Had a lot of touches early in the game.
Yes.
Goes now into the centre, looking for, and will find his teammate there in Dixon. Presented nicely, and now plays on, and he wants to go long, straight into the hands of Donahue. Getting back was Alzinger. Got his hands in, did nicely, and gets the ball over the boundary line. So be able to get players back now behind the ball.
He was going to mark that all ends up on you before that Bannockburn kid got his hand in. That was terrific.
Closing speed.
Oh, unbelievable. That's beautiful footy.
So umpire with the ball. From the scoreboard here at Inverleigh, throws it back in. This time ball comes out the back once again. Picked up there, Henderson, boot the ball, goes back into their half-forward line. Ball gets out the back, Kunchka will run onto it. Doesn't decide to pick it up, it just goes along the boundary line, kicks it. Condy, he couldn't pick it up cleanly, went back after it, got support now. Crowley gets the ball out. Cations arrives, puts it back towards the contest, but now picks the ball up, handballs outside to Templeton. Short kick back, it was only very short. To Finn O'Keefe, umpire told him to keep running because he's flat to play on. Inside to Tyquin, just missed the target. Went back and tried to collect the target. Oh, Di Robinson dives on the ball, needs to get it out. Now he's in trouble, is he? Yep, fair call there.
Yep.
He did dive on it.
Professional free kick, I reckon, Dale.
Yeah, I think he had no other choice but to stop the process of the ball. So Tyquin now goes sideways, and again Templeton in some space by himself from the half-back line, kicks the ball, goes long into their half-forward line, leading up. Dalton Grundle comes up, didn't quite get the last bit. Fed the ball out, picked up there by Love on the left boot, goes quickly back towards the goal square. Out the back it comes, Donahue's there, ball is pushed forward and rushed through for another minor score. 1-6 now to Inverleigh. Bannockburn on 2 straight behinds, and it's only 23 minutes gone in the first quarter. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
So Robinson with the kicking in duties. Comes out looking for and finding Beardsville. Beardsville takes a mark just in front of the Bannockburn coach's box here. So the next kick has been letting them down. Schultz pushing towards the boundary line. Probably a bit too short. Kunchka gives him more of a lead. He's been told to play on here. He's tripped the ball and the pressure out of bounds on the full. He's going about 15 metres. But it's coming back in. So ball brought back in now. Comes across looking for it. But Bell has sharked this one off the pack on the right boot. Has had a flying shot and has kicked the 7th behind for Inverleigh. Inverleigh 1-7-13. Bannockburn.
That wind must be blowing strong out there, I reckon.
24 minutes gone. Morris Finance first quarter. Grub.
Don't know. I don't know.
You wanted more, Grub, didn't you?
Yeah, the trees aren't moving. I can't see the wind playing that much havoc.
Bowden plays on immediately from fullback. Kicks this one long. Out looking for Fulton. Fulton just stands his ground, takes the mark. Didn't hurt the opponent. Fell over though. So Kieran Fulton in front of the scoreboard. Comes in short again, looking for Schultz. Ball comes over the back. Could have been a free kick paid there. The umpire said no. Ball again. Beats everybody over the boundary line. So we'll have the 18th thrown for this quarter. Grub? Maybe 19th.
Who's this bloke?
I don't know, but he's annoying me. Well, at this level, you keep it simple. Every single person that comes off the ground, he takes them for a walk. There's no need to do that.
So Schultz and Wilson, ball falls down to Henderson. Henderson drives Bannockburn forward, but unfortunately can't keep it in the field of play. And we'll have a resultant free kick.
But was it deliberate?
No, it was out in the full.
That's not either that.
Shut up, Smitty, will you?
So Dan Grosnossi brings it forward. Nice little kick to Haberfield. Haberfield with stubbed his foot as he kicked it, so put his team under all sorts of pressure. He's good enough to get out of it. Goes back to Haberfield. Handball's ball in front of himself. Picks it back up. Drives it long. Looking for O'Keefe. Ball goes over the back. Picked up there by Perkins. Perkins goes to Henderson. Henderson goes to Beardsville. Beardsville for Bannockburn now. Going back to the end of the line. Ball hits the ground, so was it Jervis and Haberfield going for their ball. Spills free now. McEwen Welsh comes at it from one way. Picked up their handball over top looking for Love. Love runs through. Ooh, he's almost leaked, but gets the ball out. Rundle picks it up, feeds it back. Now, look, opened up to Tyquin. Tyquin falls, he gets it. O'Keefe on the left foot, chips the ball out across. Ball hits the deck again. So, time for Bannockburn to try and clean up again. That's a good play. Is that Bowden running through with that one?
Yep.
It was. So, anyway, Nossi leads the race and the ball coming the other way. So, Mick fires the handball in. Ball ends in the hands of Dalton Grundle. Grundle runs through a couple.
Great
handball
handball.
across to Bell, who
Misses.
continues the run of behinds. 1 goal, 8-14 Inverleigh. Bannockburn at 2 points, and we have now gone 26.5. Morris Finance first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I can tell you now, that had nothing to do with the wind, that kick. It went straight through the points, wind or no wind. So they might rue this in Inverleigh. I said before they had a possible fitness problem, and they could have been 6 goals up here, and they're only, 2 goals up. So
All behind.
yeah, so they're not doing themselves any favour by the way they're kicking at goal. Unlike Corio last week, who won the game, kicking straight. And I'll tell you what, when you talk about Fulton, the big fellow here that's on him is walking along here, and he's very, very ginger.
Ball comes in quickly, goes towards the half-back line. Perkins, good hands up in front. So he's now got the ball, and he looks to transfer the ball quickly towards centre wing. Fulton comes up, ball gets out the back. Wilson will arrive first, doesn't pick the ball up. Now he could be under trouble. Picked up there by Jervis, needs to get the ball out, did so to Schultz. Schultz kicks the ball, goes long by foot into the forward line. Ball runs through, Osborne! And he will kick a goal. Hayden Osborne, good running, good place, and he's got Bannockburn's first. They are 1-2. They trail Inverleigh on 1 goal 8. We have gone 27.5. Morris Finance first got a scoreboard.
Look, I just reckon the intensity has lifted a little bit, and I don't like to pull blokes out, but I know he's a big bloke, I know he's tall and a bit gangly, but he had his hands on the ball down here, Big Wilson, and he just let it go. And then Fulton pushed him out of the way. He picks that up, the ball goes down the other end of the ground, and Bannockburn don't get that chance. But I tell you what, Aidan Osborne read it beautifully. He was on the move as soon as it was kicked. That's why he was first to the ball, and that's why he banged it straight through the centre for the Bannockburn's first goal.
Could be right about it, ruined the grub. They've had all the play.
Yeah.
They're a goal in front.
Exactly.
How often does that happen, though? You have all the play, someone goes down, they get a goal.
But it really worries me if the rumour is true that they're not at their peak fitness yet. That worries me.
It's about Medolo Limpet. That's a fairly heavily strapped hammy, isn't it?
Yeah. We might not see a lot more of him today.
So ball back in the middle now. Wilson versus Schultz. Wilson wins that one out towards Love. Love picks the ball up. Got time to swing into his favoured left foot. Drives Inverleigh long into the forward line. Flying at the front. Oh, couldn't quite take it. Was Grundle. Ball comes back to the handball. He's got time. Gets out. Handballs towards Wilson. Hose did well. Elsinore gets another quick handball out. So Dalton Grundle gets a free kick. There'll be no advantage there. Can't be advantage, umpire. Well, apparently there was. So Perkins has a ball, but the siren goes. 29 minutes. First quarter here. So it sees Inverleigh 1-8-14. Bannockburn 1-2-8. Doug, we have that massive amount of goal kickers, please.
No, we've only got one on each side. That happens to be Dalton Grundle for Inverleigh and Aidan Osborne for Bannockburn. We're going to take a short break.
Hang on, we'll give you a bit more talk, Tom. Can you give us the point kickers?
The point kickers, yes, I can if you want it. Ryan Bell with 2, Grundle with 2, one each to Burke, O'Keefe and Manganelli and a rush behind, and for Bannockburn a rushed and a Kieran Fulton point behind. Hit the post.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Take a short break, come back. Second quarter action not too far away. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Boy, he's the best in the business.
You thought you got a Cubs, 94.7 The Pulse, or live stream on the GDFNL YouTube app. Very lacklustre opening quarter. Richard Cations, only 1 goal apiece, 1-8-14 to 1-2-8.
Yeah, it was a bit. I suppose it might look different had the Hawks kicked straight. It might have been, say, 7-2 or something like that, and you would say, what a great quarter of football. But they missed a lot of goals. A couple of blokes missed goals. Well, nearly all of them were kickable, except probably for the rush and maybe one more. And as I spoke earlier, if they have a lack of fitness, they needed to get away to a good start. And I can tell you now, 1-8 isn't a good start. And then Bannockburn, well, they didn't do that much either. They were pretty much dominated the whole quarter, but managed to kick 1 goal too, which keeps them right in the game. I'm only a goal behind, and if there is a breeze, I should have gone out there and had a bit of a put the finger up and had a bit of a look, but it doesn't.
Not much.
The trees that sort of they stop, then they move a bit now, then they stop. I don't know if it's a huge breeze, but when there is even a tiny breeze, sometimes it becomes psychological and think, wow, we got the win. If Bannockburn can play like Inverleigh did that quarter and kick straight, they could go in with a substantial lead. Who knows, which would be a bit of a shock to us. But look, it was a lacklustre quarter, but I thought it improved about halfway through. I just thought it improved a little bit, but it needs to improve a lot more to give us the game that we really, really want. I thought for Inverleigh, I thought Tycoon knocked up getting the ball. Billy Cations early in the quarter. Scott Condy was solid. Burke and O'Keefe were pretty good. I'm going to put Grundle in for his possessions, but I probably shouldn't because he's up there in the 4 line and he's supposed to be kicking goals and he's only kicked points. So he's got to start to convert. I think Haberfield was okay, and I've got a cross against Daniel Mandolo because I'm not sure we'll see him for the rest of the afternoon with his hamstring heavily taped. He was going to be on Kieran Fulton, which may have to give the job back now to Filet, which means it'll stop his run off half back a bit. So that's a bit of a worry to it. For Bannockburn, I thought Fletcher Wilson didn't do a great deal, but what he did, he moved very, very well. So I'm going to watch him. Bowden was good. The kids, Hose, young Elzinga, Jackson, Ryan Perkins, they took some good marks and come off the back line pretty good. Maisie, he's not playing, but he would have been best on the ground if he was, I can assure you. Aidan Osborne kicked a nice goal, and I thought Bailey Alford did a couple of nice things too. So, look, let's hope the intensity just gets a little bit better here, and we have a really, really good second quarter.
Probably just make you happy too, Grub. Looks like Buck Donohue's gone back. So I'm guessing that's the change we've had to make with Mandolo not playing.
I don't know why that would make me happy.
He'll play on his own. You go tell the coaches off again. And,
well, that didn't make me happy.
Dale and I have a good laugh.
But that certainly didn't make me happy.
It made Dale and I happy.
Well, he had a chance to kick a goal too and never quite made the distance.
His day's definitely done.
It'll be interesting to see what Bannockburn do and who they free up in their back line to see if they can generate some run from back there.
Well, I reckon looking at that, I think there's 7 back there, Dale. So there's no 6-6-6 rule here in local footy.
No,
I don't.
There's 7. I reckon there's 7 down there. So I reckon
Well,
Donohue's going to play loose.
Yeah, he will. That's what I'm saying. It'll be interesting to see Bannockburn play loose back down here, or whether they take someone forward and try and drag him out.
That's all right, do. Why play a loose man?
If they're going to play a loose man, Jai Robinson would be the bloke for me if he's playing back because he's the bloke to provide the run.
Well, I'd probably go Beardsall. Probably a little bit taller, runs well, good mark overhead.
Won't make any difference because Jai Robinson's like he's going in the middle.
We know what I'd be doing. Getting the tap out, straight down here over, bounce, straight down to full forward goal. Then it doesn't matter how many blokes you got in the back line. Just kick goals, kick it over their heads.
I like the simple theories of your footy, Grub.
Well, it's a simple league where the GDFL and just get the ball, kick it to a player, kick a goal. It isn't that hard.
Well, apparently it is. But 2 goals, 10 kicked.
Well, sometimes I think people just make it a little bit hard. Just go back to the
All
basics.
right, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard, about to get underway. Take it away, Dale.
Yes, just waiting for the last of the spectators to leave the ground at the bottom end by the looks of it. Umpire Brown now puts the ball in the air.
Jeez, looks like Barney, doesn't he?
He does.
Is that Dean Muir doing the running?
Yes, it is. And ball is thrown in the air, up and go at it. This time Wilson gets the ball down, went to Finn O'Keefe, didn't take it away cleanly, picked up by Elzinga. Over the top he goes by hand, picked off there by Templeton, kicks around the body, and it didn't travel too far. Henderson
bounced.
Thought it took the mark. It's now been called a play on. Umpire says... Coming back to me.
Yeah. I think it just must have come loose and hit the dirt.
I reckon it did, mate.
So it's thrown up again. Schultz doing the ruck work. This time he gets the tap down. Goes to Robinson. Got the handball out the way towards Elzinga. Has plenty around him. Finn O'Keefe on hands and knees. Dragged the ball back in. Robinson trying to pluck it out of there. And again, umpire's done the right thing. Called it quickly. Got in there and will ball the ball up. So again, same thing. Ruckman. This time both get hands on ball. Comes out to Tycoon. Fed it out wide. Reckon that might have been out towards Bell. He got the handball further afield to Finn O'Keefe. Ball's going outside. Miles takes a mark, but it's out of bounds on the full.
No.
It's out of bounds on the full up.
No.
Oh.
That is out of bounds on the full by 3 feet.
And the ball is now kicked into their forward line. Ruckman, the big fellas go at it. Coming through, trying to force it through was Bowden. Comes out towards Henderson. Goes to Robinson. Robinson fed the ball inside. Mayboom can't get down to pick the ball up. Goes out towards Bell. He picks the ball up. Out the back to Condi. Short chip. Smothered off the boot by Alzinger. Went after it again. Again, ball now sits underneath. Oh, he might be in trouble here. Umpire said yes, he's pulled it back in. Free kick is going to go to Maybourne, it is, I think, yes, and he's on the centre wing position. Now he's got some options further down the field. Wilson's not going to be one of them, so he's going to have to change direction. Goes a little bit straighter down the line, but going back, Crowley is taking the mark, and he was uncontested there, and just a nice, easy, put your hands up, go back, relax and take things forward for Inverleigh now. Goes back looking towards centre wing. I'll tell you what, that's only going to be out of bounds to the full as well, but it's going to be just touched inside the field of play. Over the boundary line, we will have a throw-in which will take place.
Right on that one to the boundary umpire. And listen to Grubby's constructive criticism, I think.
He had a better look at that one, I think, Spider.
I think you're right.
Tell you what, I thought he had a pretty good look at the other ones.
Yeah. It's like those goal umpires, mate. They don't like making decisions either. Oh. Ball from Wilson comes out, goes into the hands of Alzinger. He's tackled.
Oh, he hasn't got the footy up.
Has to be a free kick.
And sling, and
Absolutely.
He's hurt too, I think.
Yeah, my word.
Well, at league level, that's a report.
Well, it would be. He's not well either, I don't think.
No.
Well, he's got his... He's giving him a card.
He's giving him the yellow card.
He has too. Look, I think that's well warranted. I used to love tackling blokes like that, but it's just not allowed to anymore.
In today's game, as I said, I think if he had got straight up off the out of the contest, it would have been okay. I reckon he would have a free kick and that would have been done. But
he's not. He's done. He's just about done for the day, I think. Looking at the way he is now.
Well, if he's done for the day, he could be done for the next 21 days.
Well, he is for 21 days. I'd say. Look at the way he's getting up now. He's groggy.
Is it on the replay?
Probably will be, but I didn't watch it.
So Henderson's going to be the free kick now.
And who tackled him?
Finn O'Keefe.
Okay.
Got to wait till the umpire finishes his paperwork.
So there's no malice in it. It's just that sling tackle is so dangerous now.
Oh, well, look, I disagree with it, but I agree with it. Look, that's the way we played footy, but nowadays you have to protect the boys.
So it's now Henderson from the defensive side of centre half, or from centre wing, goes long into their forward line. Mark not taken at ground level. Ball bobbles around. It's going out towards Jervis, and also with him is Hose. He picks the ball up, left boot, drives the ball back inside 50. Oh, Fulton went at it, and he was actually running hard. And he's gone back, and he has taken the mark, and will go back and shoot for goal. So Kieran Fulton with one behind for the afternoon. A chance to level things up here early in the second quarter.
So that was Liam, was it?
That was Liam.
Yeah.
Has gone down. So Kieran Fulton comes in. I reckon a kick from about 45. And again, we get a really good look at it from where we sit, and he's dragged that.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Through for a minor score. His second of the afternoon. And Bannockburn now to 1-3. And in the lead on 1-8. We've gone just over 4.5 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, second quarter scoreboard.
So Condi now for Inverleigh to bring the ball back in. I thought Buck was going to hit for a second then. I was going to give it to Joel Bennett. Anyway, Condi drives the ball along. Out there looking for Miles. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball punched forward here by Bannockburn. Very clever play. Still kept in note. The umpire said it has gone out of bounds. So ended up being a 2-on-1 there. So it wasn't a great kick by Condi. Anyway, it's taken it out to the halfback flank here right in front of the scoreboard. Bannockburn's attacking zone. So ball thrown in now. Wilson and Schultz. Wilson wins that one out of the double hand. No one in particular. Ball bobbles around again. Bannockburn the back pick up. Nice little handball. Well back. So is that...
Tommy Bath.
That was Tommy Bath. Sorry, I thought it was going to be Perkins for a second. Couldn't see the number. But anyway, Nice short kick, controlling the footy here. Beautiful down the line again. Battaglia takes the mark. How's that grub, all right?
Beautiful.
Chips the ball back inside. Cut off there by Tyquin. Brought to ground. Picked up now, driven out by Inverleigh. That's a nice looking kick. And Wilson probably cut off. Wasn't probably intended for him. He cut it off, but he was held without the ball. Umpire says, no, play on. Go get it yourself. So Elzinga Jackson drives them back into attack now. Bit of a push and shove there. Ball falls to hands. Could be wrapped up here and in big trouble. Ball's come out now. I'll tell you what. This is Wilson again fighting for the ball. Ball spills free at the back again. Handball out to Henderson. Henderson has got one eye there. No, the umpire said play on. So the boys just do that. Quick kick out of defence there was by Templeton. Elzinga in front of Miles. Ball bounced around. Elzinga does really well. Gets the handball across to Jervis. Jervis now driving Bennett deep into attack. It's a great kick and a great mark taken by Fulton. He'll probably kick this one.
Well, we're not going to hold our breath.
Well, to me, this is easier than both of them. You take a couple of steps out and hook it and go bang.
Yeah, so Kieran Fulton now. Have his second shot at goal within a minute.
What's wrong with a drop punt from there?
Yeah, nothing wrong with the drop punt from there, mate. 6.5 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter here at Morton Power Oval.
Been 11 points kicked with drop punts. Just go around the corner and go bang.
I don't reckon someone will drop punt, so Fulton does just that and
misses everything.
Has put it up into the netball.
Why didn't he go the drop punt?
Yeah, good grub. Good,
too much
mate.
TV.
Yeah, too much. So the ball's brought back in there. Templeton now for Inverleigh.
I think you're wrong. Have they got TV out here at Inverleigh?
Well,
yeah, we've just got it.
You go one way, goes the other. Goes
lights.
them looking for Tyke when the ball's been cut off by Hose. Now, Hose will be kicking for, I reckon, just on 50.
I think they're applying for traffic lights too.
Got the old bloke on the bike, you reckon, mate, pedalling.
I reckon he's a chance, this kid.
Well, he's gone straight back as young James Hose, so he obviously does think he is. Just watch his left foot before. It's a magnificent kick into Fulton earlier.
Yeah.
So on the left on the run. So Hose now for Bannockburn. Here he comes in. Crosses the 50-metre line now. Gets to 45. Sinks a slipper in. The goal umpire has not moved. There it is. James Hose gets Bannockburn second. They move to 2-3-15, leading Inverleigh 1-8-14. We've gone nearly 8 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
I'm a bit like you. When it comes to kids, you're not sure what distance they've got in their legs. But when he took the mark, he went straight back, and I thought, geez, this kid reckons he can kick this. And he was right. He can kick it all right. He and done it beautifully right through the middle. And I tell you what, I don't know whether I don't think we should be seeing this kid, actually. If not, there must be a hell of a lot of good under-18 footballers in Geelong to get a game in the Falcons in front of this bloke, because he is a good kid.
So back with the umpire, ball thrown up. Schultz rucks by himself, goes to Hose. Tried to take him on, but the ball come out of his hand. Picked up there by Bell. Went to Tyke. Went outside now into the hands of Wilson. He looks to give the ball into the forward line. Manganelli leads in the race for the ball. Goes through the contest. Perkins the first to arrive on the right boot. That's going to go wide. Too wide. Out of bounds to the full. And free kick going to Inverleigh and Manganelli.
They love their shoulder tape here, don't they?
Yep. So Toby now looking to deliver to the forward line. Got some tall options down there. McEwen Walsh down there. Dixon also goes long towards the goal square. Flyer required. Ball comes out the back. Picked up. Kicked along the ground. Went back to Schultz. Got the little handball away to Hose. Runs away from Wilson. Handball goes back 1-2. Back into the hands of Hose. And he goes towards centre forward. Violet read that nicely. And he comes up and takes the mark. Yep, Fulton was heading back towards goal there. Violet plays on. Goes short in the game. Good kick. Matt Tyquin. Got options wide again. Went for the shorter option. Another good kick into the hands of Bell. He's sideways again. Templeton up from defence.
Over the top.
So they've just used a little bit of space here, a little bit of time. So Templeton now will go towards or deeper into their forward line. Mark out the back, not taken. Ball is picked up, and again Haberfield on hands and knees, held up. Umpire said no chance there.
I think they used the wrong option, Smithy. They kick it in, there's a bloke on him. Miles was here on his own.
Yep. So ball from that run contest picked up by Elzinga, goes sideways. Battaglia, this is Locke, goes out towards the half-back line, but Bell slips in, didn't take the mark. He was able to go back and collect it. So I'll tell you what, he didn't control the ball too well there. He's got the handball over the top to Miles, put a bit of pressure under him, but the ball has gone back over the boundary line. Good call from the young fellow this time. Read that nicely, and we will have a throw-in which will take place.
The bell didn't chime.
No, he was fumbling around there.
It was bobbling everywhere, wasn't it?
Bit of hot potato or something. So ball thrown out this time, out the back. McEwen Walsh gets it to Burke. Burke into the forward line, over the top. Good spoil there, Perkins once again. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in which will take place. So 10 metres around from the Inverleigh goals. And it's thrown back in now. Good throw for the little fella there. That was a beauty. Out the back, McEwen Walsh takes it out of the ruck. Tackled straight away by Bath.
No, umpire, no!
Says,
No! He's got no prior.
He grabs it out of the ruck. His prior is to tap the ball, Grubby.
he gets the
You
ball.
bloody
goes sideways.
dickhead. What a stupid
Ball-
thing to say.
Ball
It's the
goes
truth.
out across the
It's
ground.
not the truth. That rule's gone.
Ball now from the half-back line, straight into the hands of Donahue. Read that nicely, come up from defence, a spare man in
Jesus.
defence. Donahue now looking at some options. There's not a lot of movement forward of the ball, so he just decides to go back. Templeton's asked to call the play on by the umpire. Ball comes out. Now he says it's
He's paid a free kick for holding the man.
holding the man. He pointed the wrong way.
He did, yes.
He confused me there. I thought didn't know what he was doing. But it's going to go back to Templeton.
Lost
Getting
the boot.
Yeah, did in the process. Got Billy Cations across the ground. He's going to use him now. So Cations now with the ball. Again, options seem to be only sideways, and that's what he's going to do again. He's going to go sideways out towards Love. Love quickly up over the top. Donahue made good ground, good position, and was rewarded by getting there. He's now going to go backwards again. I know Belpo still do this well, or used to do it well, but now they're going to turn the ball over. Fletcher Wilson didn't take the mark, but he's going to win it back by hand. Runs around Donahue now from the half-back line, short along the line. Coming up is Fulton, dives and will take a low to the ground mark. So he's now looking to drive the ball a little bit longer, goes quickly, that's okay. Well, it's picked up there nicely by Battaglia. This is Tristan, kicks long into the forward line, Kunchka behind, going back, great, did that nicely. It was either him or Crowley was going to take it, but it was Violet that did it and went across the ground, got Mick Roz, didn't hit him on the full. He's under a little bit of pressure now, got the handball away. So they worked the ball from the fence. Chip over the top was good also to Haberfield. Haberfield handballs over the top, back to Tyquin, running through the centre wing, goes long, well towards Donahue. He's protected the space nicely, but then couldn't finish it off. Picked up out there. That was by young Elzinger. Bath couldn't take it cleanly. Manganelli's in there. He's taken a little bit high. Would have thought so. Haberfield's also there. Picked up. Bath over the top of the ball. It's not going to get out of there too easily.
I reckon there
Umpire
was
with a good decision there.
Blindsided.
I reckon there was 3 or 4 players between that incident and the umpire, and I don't think he could see it, and he did the right thing. You're not allowed to guess.
So McEwen Walsh and they go forward. Quickly down to Tyquin. Tyquin throws the ball in his boot. Drives Inverleigh forward. Whoop. Trip over, pushing the back. What's umpire said? No, we'll throw it in, thanks. So the forwards of Inverleigh have been very, very quiet, haven't they?
Yeah, well, when they had their chance, they kicked crooked. Now they've got it down there, and they keep letting it back out. But they're still actually dominating the game.
Yes, they are. So looks like Mayborn and Dixon will take the ruck work. Dixon does win that one down, but only as far as Elzinger kicks the ball out. The ball about to come straight back in now. So Templeton drives it forward. Coming across with Manganelli. Couldn't hold, but he probably should have held. Drozdowski drifts it up. Wrapped up straight away. We'll have a ball up about 45 metres from the Inverleigh goal.
They need a goal here, just to stem them. They need a goal. They've had the play. You've got to be rewarded.
So McEwen Welsh, Dixon and Mayborn go at it again. Only as far as Battaglia, who drives it back out of attack. Ball falls over the back again now. McEwen Welsh just tried to paddle it up, picking it up. He's been wrapped up. The umpire said got him high. Kunchka a bit clumsy with the tackle there. So Cad McEwen Welsh. True centre wing right in front of the commentary box. Goes on the left foot, drives them long, looking towards Dixon. Dixon doesn't take the mark. Before at the back of the pack. Players fighting for it. Still fighting. Gets a handball out. Perkins with a quick kick. Lucks of fortune finds Schultz. Schultz plays on as quickly as he can. Goes down long. Fulton used his body file, it fell over, so Fulton picks the ball up, gets a handball over the top. And Wilson comes in for Bannockburn, and he misses as well. So they move to 2 goals, 4-16. Inverleigh 1 goal, 8-14. And we've gone 15 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter.
Now, lucky he did miss. They had all the play, and then bang, bang, bang down the ground. A goal would have really hurt him.
Alfred got that goal the other end, didn't he? So the same way.
Yeah.
So Condi for Inverleigh to bring the ball back in. Sizing up his options now. It's probably when the ball goes out, get a chance to push back. So he was going to go far side, ended up trying to get in the middle. The kick is smothered by Wilson off the boot. Battaglia runs around, picks the ball up, gets a quick handball over the top of Connor Jervings, and he has done what your forwards can't do, and puts the third goal on the board for Bannockburn. Move 3-4-22. Leading Inverleigh 1-8-14. We have gone 15.5. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, it happened again anyway. Inverleigh have probably dominated the last 10 minutes and haven't been able to score. And then in comes Bannockburn, gets it down twice and kicks 1-1 and puts them ahead on the scoreboard by over a goal. And they still need to kick more, but Inverleigh need to get it. When they get it full, they've got to kick goals.
So back in the middle we go again. This time Schultz over the top, gets the ball out. Maybourne's trying to win the possession of it. Does so finally. Got the handball out. Didn't travel too far. Was picked up there by Haberfield, I think. Went to Cad McEwen-Walsh. He got out of trouble and put the ball into their half-forward line. Perkins is going to be the first one to arrive at the ball. She did that nicely.
Lovely.
Picked the ball up, got the handball away to Bailey Elford, I think it was. Went side now to Beardsall, and he goes long and into their forward line. That's a great-looking kick. Mark couldn't quite get there to Kelly. Ball runs over the boundary line, I would think, or not yet. It's kept alive. Picked up Battaglia, got the handball away. Again, it's picked up and kicked there by Elford. He goes long towards goal, and he's not going to score a major either, but he will score. It is 3-5 now to the Bannockburn side. 1-8 Inverleigh, 16.5 gone. This time Billy Cation's doing the kicking in duties, goes to the back pocket. Mark is taken out there by Filet. Fulton pushes across just to hold that space up, and now Filet goes along the boundary line. Another good kick. Mick Groz out there by himself, got the handball away to Love. Love now goes along the boundary line. They've got players out the back. Haberfield was going to give the handball off to Dalton Grundle, but he decided to go by himself and into the forward line. Didn't quite hit the player.
Oh, wow.
Nice clean pick up there again by Perkins. Went out to Maybaum. He goes sideways. The handball a little bit strong. Missed his teammate in Elford. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in.
I tell you what, Ronnie Pilgrim's grabbed these kids and said, just go for it. Hell for leather. There's a spot in the under-18s at the Falcons. Hell for leather. And that's exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it well.
So umpire now with the ball, throws it back in. Again, Cad McEwen-Qualls. Ball comes out the back, went towards Love, but it's picked off there by Schultz. Handball goes backwards. Went back to Bailey Elford again, I think it was. Went sideways. Kick wasn't all that good. Out there trying to pick the ball up. Might have been Jervis, was it? Or I'm not too sure.
Long way away out there.
It is. I don't know. Actually, it was Andrew Osmond, I think.
Need smaller grounds.
Aiden Osmond, I should say.
Is his brother playing too?
No, Andrew, that's his dad, I think.
He might be a bit old for this.
So the ball thrown back in, umpire now. Both are ruckman there. McEwen-Walsh takes it out of the contest. Gave the handball off. Went to Love. He let it go. Manganelli was tackled pretty well much as he grabbed the ball. Umpire will come in. This time a throw will take place. So we've gone 18 minutes, and it is 1-8 to the Inverleigh side. 3-5 Bannockburn.
So Osborne knocks the ball forward for Bannockburn. Schultz tries to do the same. Couldn't quite get away with it. Condi picks it up, wrapped up to tackle straight away. Ball probably not going anywhere. The umpire is about to come in. He does. He blows his whistle and says, I'll have it. Between the centre of the ground and half forward for Inverleigh. Ball goes straight up in the air. Big tap down by Ked Welsh. Bath couldn't pick it up, come off his knees, bounce it back into the pack. So we'll do it all again. About 3 metres closer to the Inverleigh goal.
I think we've seen better games, Bannockburn Inverleigh Grub.
Yes, we have so far, but it's not even half time yet.
So Schultz, McEwen-Walsh go to again. McEwen-Walsh does well, pick it up off the ground, feeds a handball out to Haberfield. Haberfield's tagged straight away. Ball falls out to Alford. Alford feeds it out again. The ball goes long down the line. Using the body there, but falls over as Filet. Running onto it now is Templeton. Looking to get around Fulton, couldn't quite do so. Ball hits the deck, heading towards the boundary line. And right in front of the scoreboard, we'll have another throw in. Can we get a mobile van and drive around and follow the play?
If you want. I'll stay here. I think that was Maybourne that kicked it out.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only because he hasn't had a lot of touches.
You want him to get a touch, do you? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Anyway, here he is right now, mate. The ball's landed in his hands. The umpire said, no, throw it in again. It was a short throw. So looks like it's Maybourne and McEwen-Walsh in the ruck. So boundary umpire has been asked to throw this one back in again. Does so. Beautiful throw. McEwen-Walsh uses his body, taps the ball down towards Tyquin. He does well to try and pick it up. Ends up fumbling over the line. So gained about 10 metres, but we'll have the same result, which will be another boundary line throw-in. So
Don't know whether Maybourne would have played a lot of footy in the ruck at Leopold.
probably not with Trent West.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's doing it again here, mate. So ball comes in. McEwen-Walsh and Maybourne go at it. McEwen-Walsh gets to the front of the pack.
See that?
Nice little left-handed tap, but it's shark there by Alford. Alford drives Bannockburn back forward again. Ball's in the air, hits the ground now. Run onto it was Henderson, but he stepped aside, let the Hose through. Hose goes over to Wilson. Wilson
That's
for
better.
Bannockburn, and bang, 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 bang she goes. 4 goals, 5. 29, Bannockburn leading Inverleigh 1-8-14. And we have gone 20.5 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter scoreboard.
Pretty much the way the play's been going, isn't it? They had it, they were fighting for a while on their half-forward line. They couldn't get it any further forward. One kick out, a couple of boundary throw-ins. I tell you what, he looks a real class player, this Fletcher Wilson. He came through there. He had no problems. He was on his own, fair enough, but he was just well-balanced. He didn't bother looking behind him. He knew what was around him, and he just slotted it right through the middle. And that's the difference at the moment. Yeah, 9 shots to 9. There's the same amount of shots, but Bannockburn have been just a bit more prolific in this quarter.
So back in the middle we go. I'm doing the ruck work again. Wilson up over the top. Went back and tried the second time. Picked up there and cleaned away. And it's going to be through Hose. He goes to the half-forward line. Marked out there. Was it taken? No,
must have been touched off the boot, Smith.
Yep, so that's all right. So the ball's kept running now. Picked up there. Casey Meehan did nicely. He went outside to Templeton, back inside to Wilson. And he will take the mark. So Luke Wilson, little chip up over the top. Went looking for his teammate Grozdanovsky. Come at the ball. Now he's under pressure. Tried to get rid of the ball. Numbers with Bannockburn there.
Hold the man.
Umpire said...
Well, I reckon that's the first one these kids got wrong.
Yeah, I'm not too sure he got rid of the ball, but doesn't matter. The ball now quickly into the forward line. McEwen Walsh from over the top. Ball goes into the hands now. It's picked up there by Burke. Goes over the top by hand. Hose back doing some defensive work. Kicks around the body. Little short kick. Maybaum in good position. He will take the mark. Ryan Perkins just holding the back there for a little while.
Top the knee.
Yep, so the ball outside now to Henderson. So Henderson now. Couple of deep breaths, get the wind back in, he'll be right. Over the top he goes short. Alzinger from behind the play, did that nicely.
Well, I never felt a thing, Smithy.
No, neither did I. Grub, it's nice when you're not playing footy anymore. So Alzinger now, left foot goes long. He went in the direction of Wilson. Out there also was Fulton, he went back after it, but nicely cleaned up there, Mick Groz. Dan Groz over the top to Grundle. Grundle goes long into the forward line looking for Paddy Burke. There he is again. Ryan.
He's just copped the knee in the back and he's just gone back with a flight. Didn't care what was coming. By geez, I love this kid.
He goes sideways with the ball and out to his mate in Hose. And he's got another short option in Elford further afield. So Elford now on the half back line. Looks inside. Jervis has made good position. Continued to run now. Does so. Looks to go long down the line. They're making good position now. The mark has been taken out there. This time it's Kelly. So Kelly now, I would say just over the attacking side of centre wing. He decides to go long. That kick wasn't really good off the boot. Mark needs to be taken down there. It wasn't. Picked up there. Bannockburn able to hold play up. Umpire in very quickly once again. And he will have a ball up right on forward 50.
It was a bit of a mongrel off the boot, so it's a little bit harder to mark. It wasn't spinning like a drop punt.
Didn't look too good. So umpire throws the ball up very quickly. This time Fulton taps the ball out the back into the hands of Maybaum once again. He's round the body, goes back towards the goal square, coming out. Crowley didn't take the mark. Kunski chipped the ball along the ground. Picked up ball up there was Battaglia. He's tackled. Ball comes to ground and umpire in once again. 23.5 gone. Inverleigh 1 goal 8. Haven't scored this quarter. Bannockburn 4-5.
Been around a while, Battaglia. I think he was trying to get a free kick out of that, but the umpire too clever.
So ball in the air now. Fulton and Wilson. Ball hits the deck now. Hacked out of the mid-air. There. Quick handball up there by Bell. Ball chipped over the top here now. Looking for and finding Miles. So Miles now for Inverleigh to settle the ball down. Take your time there. So
you've got to come to him.
He has. Well, they have now. Manganelli takes the mark. Plays on immediately. Gets around Bowden. Gets a handball over to Dalton Grundle. Grundle goes back to Manganelli, who kept running. Shepherd provided there by Welsh. Kicks the ball long and finds Connor Jervis. So Jervis goes across the ground to Alford. Alford takes the mark now. Had his option short. Chose against that. Went long to Battaglia, who takes the mark. Almost on true centre wing here, and it's Lachlan. So Battaglia is 50, is it? No, he's handball. I thought he was 50. On. Yeah, no one on the mark. So handballs by top ball driven long here for Bannock.
That's got to be a push in the back
up. Kelly, and umpire has seen that one. So free kick there to Condi. Condi goes wide. Inverleigh trying to slow the play down a little bit, I think, now. Another little chip kick over the top. So Donahue now goes short again, finds Haberfield. Haberfield now gives the ball back to Donahue, who kept running. He's chipped one over the top. Has it got to spark? Yes, it has. So Grozdanovsky, Mick, has taken the ball outside 50. Looks inside for Grundle. Battle here with Henderson. Henderson done really well, brought the ball to ground. McEwen Wells picks it up, throws it on the left foot, and has
missed it.
So 1 goal 9 now to Inverleigh. They trail Bannockburn 4-5, and we've gone 25.5 minutes. Buckley's Entertainment, second quarter. Wow. There's a good old train up there, Dale.
Yep, I've been working on the railways.
So, an honest day's work in your life.
Beards who brings the ball in. Second bounce. And drives it out the centre wing. That's a great looking kick. No, it did find.
Would have been a stay to the place, mate.
If it had stayed in, hadn't gone to Shane Grundle, it would have been great. So,
6 10.
ball brought back in. Haverfield takes the mark. 60 metres from goal. It's no good standing there waving your arms. Anyway, finds Love. Just goes square again. So, Love now looking at options up the ground. She's very, very stagnant here in the Inverleigh forward line. So, he's forced to go backwards again. Templeton with the ball now. Going back a little bit. Finds Donahue, and it was barely the distance I would have thought. Templeton kept running on. Nice little kick towards McEwen Welsh. Couldn't take the mark. Jackson Elsinger picks it up, has a bounce. Miles closes in on him, but he's good enough to get the ball to Kunchka. Kunchka gets a handball across now. Beardsville runs with it, goes long down the line looking for Fulton. There's 2-on-1 down there. Violet keeps his footing, but as soon as he grabs it, he's wrapped up by Fulton. Play on, said the umpire, did he?
No, high. The
Yes,
umpire,
I thought it was.
yeah,
One further down. So
yeah,
see this one
he
running
called
in. So anyway, ball's chipped across to Donahue now. Donahue in short to Condi. Bit of chaos for at the moment.
I'm looking for the ball over here. I'm thinking, where's it gone?
Condi comes in and finds Dixon. Hose did his best to try and knock him out. Didn't work. So Dixon goes in short again. Looking for and finding Manganelli. Manganelli in the centre of the ground here at Morton Power Oval. Goes out wide. Finds Donahue again. So Donahue now looking down the line. It's a good strong lead by Grundle. Ball brought to ground. Picked up there by, that was by Love. Love gets the handball out to Casey Meehan. Meehan goes bang with the goal. And I'll tell you what, it was touched. I reckon it was over the line.
Well, you can't say that from here.
Anyway, I'm going to watch the replay and tell you.
Well, then,
so,
do
110 to 4-5. We've gone 27.5.
Good luck with the video there, Spider.
Yeah, no, I don't think we'll be able to tell.
Not a bad angle. Beardsley plays on now from the full-back position, goes long. That kick wasn't well directed. Straight into the hands of Casey Meehan. Plays on, goes back inside, and Mick Groz takes the mark. So I think Mick Groz is probably in range here. But we'll need his very best. Very breast. Yep. So Mick.
Christine O'Leary's breast of chicken.
Next
Saturday we'll be getting that, you beauty.
It's a long walk across that ground, though, Grubber.
I'll walk across broken glass to get her chicken fillets.
So Mick Groz plays on now. He's going to go to the top of the square. Mark required. Mark not taken. Manganelli rode that nicely on the right boot. Can't bring it back far enough. Through for another minor score. So they move now Inverleigh to 111. And it's 4-5 Bannockburn. 28 minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter scoreboard.
I was thinking to myself a few minutes ago that for Inverleigh, they have to get a bit of a lift out of Buck Donahue and Casey Meehan. In this last 5 minutes, that's exactly what they've got, but it hasn't helped the scoreboard.
Anyway, Bowden now, Bannockburn brings the ball and handballs the ball over to Hose. Hose gets around one, gets into a bit of trouble, just throws the mongrel punt down forward. Ball punched back in towards Inverleigh's 50. Picked up out there was that by Grozanowski. Centres the ball well, looking for someone to take the mark, but no. Young James Hose has been very, very good today. Has taken another relieving mark in defence for Bannockburn. So Hose now plays on. Looks long down the line. Scoreboard side of the ground here. Hands in the air, ball punch forward. Lands in the hands of Osborne. Osborne with the inside-out reverse barrel over the top.
Luck.
Is that Battaglia picks the ball up. Look at this running through the middle. You got a couple of blokes here, Henderson was, but Kunchka has taken the mark. 15 metres out from goal, directly in front, Grub.
Sometimes you just can't take a trick. The ball just bounced up and bounced over straight into Battaglia's hands, and all of us. But then the Bannockburn blokes ran to the right spots. If he didn't mark it, the other bloke was at his feet ready to pick it up. So
half-time siren has gone here. Buckley's Entertainment second quarter. Josh Kunchka coming in from about 20 metres out, almost directly in front now.
This will hurt.
He stabs at it, but has done enough to kick the goal. 5-5-35, Bannockburn leading Inverleigh 1-11-17. Goal kickers, please, Dale.
As they were at quarter time for the Inverleigh side, Dalton Grunnell, their sole goal kicker for Bannockburn. It is Fletcher Wilson, Hose, Kunchka, Jervis and Osborne. We're going to take a short break, come back. And we'll have Grubby go through everything that's happened here in the first half, and probably not a lot of comments to be made, I think, so for that poor kicking. We'll take a short break. 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Tyquin got down, picked the ball up, had support with Mick Gross again, got the handball away. Not too sure where he was going with it, but Mayborn comes across. His handball's not going to hit the target, goes back towards the boundary line, picked up by Schultz, gave it to Perkins, who runs over the boundary line, and we will have a throw in. So it's... I don't know whether Grubby's just disappointed didn't come back, mate.
It's the amount of food in there, mate. He's nearly chewed his fingers off. He's eating that much.
So with the umpire now, far side of the ground, just underneath the old scoreboard, ball thrown back in front of the contest. Again, Tyquin takes the ball out of the contest, couldn't get clear of it, and is tackled and brought to ground. So we'll have another throw up, similar position to the throw in. Wilson doing the ruck work. Does it by himself this time. Ball out of that contest. Had it went to Schultz, but he is said he's been held the ball and he got rid of it, and it will go to Finn O'Keefe. He's back on the ground now, so he runs, carries the ball and kicks into the forward line, goes long. Out the back, ball doesn't get through. Picked up there by Elzinger on the right boot. Round the corner, goes to Battaglia. Battaglia's now got the ball in some space. Needs an option further afield. He's got one. The kick wasn't great. It was Kelly got there. Probably should have taken it over the boundary line. He's been able to go back and collect it. Battaglia joined in and... There's no advantage there.
I get that. There was advantage in the first quarter. It was going nowhere. Yet this one, they paid no advantage and Battaglia clear to run.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, he was strong on the decision, so we'll back him.
Yeah, that's it. We're just going to make a decision and go with it, I suppose. Short ball goes in, goes to Jervis, doesn't take the mark. Mick Gross plugs it out of his hand into the hands of Love. Love loads up, goes long into the forward line. Grubb still having a chew, and the ball comes out now, picked up there by Donnie, who did nicely, got in and out of trouble, got the handball away. Not too sure whether it hit the target, but Grundle made it good. Picks the ball up, looks at goal, runs, kicks towards goal square. Perkins back there again, takes a mark. He plays on and goes out wide, goes to Hose, and he's in the same position, can run and carry now. Drives the ball along the boundary line. Mayborn's made good position. He's had 2 or 3 touches, Grubb, already in this third quarter, so might have just be finding his feet at the moment.
Exactly.
So Mayborn now has not got an option further afield. There's a lot of Hawks jumpers back beyond. He's going to trip the ball back into the middle. That will be okay, and that finds Wilson. Wilson can now go across the ground. Went looking for Beardsall, set him a bit of task. Donahue was equal to it. He went after it, but then lost it. Beardsall gets the ball away towards Jervis. He's tackled, brought to ground.
Oh, no. Yeah, that wasn't a sling tackle.
No, I don't think so. Back behind the mark, he's got to go. So Connor Jervis now has Schultz on the run by, but decides to go short. That kick wasn't real great. Tristan Battaglia couldn't take the mark, left it behind, picked up by Templeton. He goes across the ground. Mick Gross now in some space. Can pick the ball up. In hop pursuit, Phillips is chasing him. Mick Gross just needs to pick the ball up. Does so now. Drives it around the body. Goes back towards the goal square. It will be pushed through for a minor score. I think they've got a few of them today, but that'll make number 12. So
was that a short half time?
1 goal, 12 to 5-5, and we've gone 3.5 minutes. The ground in cycles, third quarter scoreboard.
Ball kicked in, Battaglia takes the mark. Lachlan, he's looking long down the line. He's got Phillips there. That's the direction he's heading. Battaglia coming across, takes the mark. No, off hands, the umpire says, play on, ball down. Wrapped up. No, it wasn't Grubb. They just took a while to get the speeches going, mate.
Unbelievable.
Good feed too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
did
the cameraman get the start?
No, yeah, they did. Anyway, the ball to be thrown up. There's a bit of a how-do-you-do going on here, so the umpire's going to throw up anyway. So Wilson wins that one down over top of Schultz. Ball spills free, comes out to Connor Jervis, chased by Love. Jervis with a barrel into the forward line. We like to see that sort of stuff, and the mark has been taken by Bailey Kelly. So after a quiet first quarter, he did a few nice things in the second quarter, did Kelly. So
is he another one of the Leopold?
I don't know.
What do you know? So Wilson, that one, he's from Fletcher Wilson. He's from Leopold, isn't he?
And Mayborn.
Okay.
There was 3 of them, wasn't there?
I thought there was 2. That's why I keep saying I don't know to the other
Fair
one.
enough. Okay, so Kelly for Bannockburn coming in now. A little bit shot at goal. Looks off the boot. The goal umpire moves a little bit. I think just getting steps up. But Bailey Kelly has banged through his first for the afternoon. The 6th for Bannockburn. They move to 6-5-41, leading Inverleigh, who are 1-12-18. Nearly 5 minutes gone to Grandy Cyclones' third quarter.
How did Thompson beat them last week? They just murdered them. But I know it's 1-12, but they just, when they get it forward, they kick goals. Inverleigh get it up the other end, and they kick points. And look, I know there's a lot of bad kicks, but there's a lot of pressure put on them as well. So, I don't know, if Inverleigh have got the fitness problem, they're in trouble.
All right, ball back in the middle now. Wilson and Schultz. Wilson wins down to Tyquin decisively. Tyquin drives the ball long forward for Inverleigh. Pack forms, ball hits the deck. Loves the first one to it. Can't pick it up. Goes to ground, wrapped up in a tackle straight away. The umpire comes in very, very quickly and says, that's not going anywhere. I'll ball it up. 35, 40 metres out from Inverleigh goal. Ball goes in the air. Dixon could have just about grabbed that one there, but didn't. Ball hits the deck again. Stacks on again. So the umpire's looking around. It says no. I'll ball it up again. Mate Maxie Blake texted in and said Inverleigh kicking like a drunken cow in a Chinese shop. So China shop. So ball up in the air again. Ball on. Not going here again. The umpire's coming to do his job once again. So still hasn't reached any great heights this game so far. So Dixon doing the ruck work. Puts out by Bowden, who kicks the ball, takes the ball out of the air, kicks forward, looking for Schultz. Schultz in front of Wilson. Spills what he probably should have taken. Mean, the lovely one-handed pick-up, gets the ball over to Wilson. Ball fed out wide again. Driven forward. Inverleigh can't take a mark down forward. Was it Bowden? Bowden goes over to Perkins. Over to the other Bowden. So picked up Inverleigh, quick kick forward. That's not going to be a mark, surely. No, went about 3 metres. Umpire comes in and says, I'll have it again. So a little bit closer to the Inverleigh goal, probably 20 metres out. Deep in the forward pocket there in front of the GDFNL van. So ball in the air now. Dixon wins that one down again decisively, but it's sharked by Elzinger. Elzinger drives Bannockburn out of trouble towards Kunchka, but has too much on it, and must be very, very narrow that side of the ground. Seems to go to bounds on the full, doesn't it? A lot. Or it's just bad kicking. Anyway, Inverleigh to take the free kick, bring the ball back in. Wilson offering a big lead about 80 metres away. He's expecting the ball to kick that far. I tell you, he's gone close to it, but anyway, over the back, and Wilson dropped the chest mark. Picks the ball up himself and has banged one through. So, Inverleigh finally have their second goal for the day. They moved to 2-12-24, trailing Bannockburn, who was 6-5-41. We've gone 7.5 minutes to Grandy Cycle and Sport, third quarter.
Well, they've scruffed it and scragged it and mucked around with it.
Doesn't matter how you get him, does it, Grub?
No, got a kick out of the pack, but that's just what I was going to say. Doesn't matter how you get them. They've finally got their second goal, and hopefully that gives them a bit of a lift because, look, they dominated the first half and only kicked one goal. That's just people in the room as they're having a beer, and they couldn't believe that you would kick that many points and no goals when you're dominating the whole game.
So back in the middle we go once again. This time Schultz gets the tap away. Ball goes towards Pretalia. Got the handball out the back. Went to Jervis. Jervis around the body. He goes into their half-forward line. Kunchka leads in the race for the ball. Actually went past the ball. Crowley. He went back and collected it. Or threw it out.
And seen.
Blind Freddie could have seen that one.
Well, Jack Hill, the blind miner.
So it's now in the hands of Kunchka. Kunchka's looking to go long. He's got two tall options there, and that's the direction he goes in. Both Maybaum and Kieran Perkins are both there. Ball went nicely. Yeah, I did. He did off the top there with Billy Cations. It's got to be grubby creations for all I care. Ball's out in the half back line. Over the top. It's been held up. High said the umpire. Free kick going to Inverleigh.
He could swim fast and you could run.
That's it. Bell has got the ball. So Bell now, he looks to go short. And kick is okay. Well, actually got to Finn O'Keefe. Got some contest there, but he went back and collected it. Out to Tyquin. Tyquin back inside. That wasn't that great. Into the hands of Jervis. Now there's been a holding decision. He's been held on after the ball went through. So it's going to go back to Connor Jervis. So again, looking for those longer options. He goes in towards Fulton. He's up in front. Ball gets out the back this time to Filet. He's got time to steady. Back into the middle of the ground he goes. But at the back went Manganelli coming through. Bowden picks the ball up. Got support there in Beardsall. Beardsall now handballs outside. Or was going to. Then decided to kick the ball. So it's now a foot race. Tyquin leads in the race for the ball. Going at him as Wilson. But Tyquin with a bit of strength. He's always been good at that. Holds his ground and stays up. And the ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in. It's 9 minutes gone, the third quarter, and it's Inverleigh 2-2, 2-12. 6-5.
What's going on here? It's not just, I tell you.
It's the colour of your pen.
It's not just the footy that shit, man, I tell you.
So the ball thrown back in. Wilson on the second attempt gets it out towards Grozadowski, but he just shoves Henderson out of the way. Ball kicked forward here. Into the forward line for Lloyd. Can't pick it up. Perkins picks the ball up, wrapped up in a tackle straight away, taken over the boundary line, and it... Is he paid the sling tackle again there? Because it is Stacks on the mill now, almost in front of the Bannockburn coach's box. So things getting a little bit willing here, but I'd like to see some more goals kicked. No?
Well, if we can't see more goals kicked, let's see it get a bit willing.
Okay. Well, that's what it's doing now.
Yeah, so No free kick paid here, so it's going to be a boundary line throw in. Wilson and Schultz to go at it. Hang on. They're going to take that back again. Something's happened here.
Well, it was just a push, and the umpire decided to blow the whistle. But as far as I'm concerned, he should give a free kick. If he has. And he has.
He has.
Well, then that's fair enough. That's good umpiring. You can't have that rubbish going on. Pay a free kick straight away.
Well, it's not a great kick back forward, though. Picked up by Haberfield. Knocked out in the tackle there. Tyquin dives on top of it. Gets it out to Love. Love breaks one. Gets on the left foot. Goes long. Can't quite take the mark. There was Miles. Galton Grundle runs onto it. Tries to keep it in front of him now. He's swamped by Wilson. Picks the ball up. Run around here. Quick handball at the back to Bowden. Bowden chips the ball across. In front of Henderson. Henderson does very, very well to knock that back down. So chipped over the top here for Vitalia. Vitalia goes one-handed. Crawley comes in. Chops him off. Got support behind. Goes to Tyquin. Tyquin stands his ground beautifully. Gets a handball away. Haberfield goes to Love. Love for Inverleigh.
It's down the ground.
Kicked it wide. Down the ground anyway. So I reckon Donahue will get this free kick here just inside the forward 50. So, a bit undisciplined there, Grub. If he kicks this goal, it brings him right back, and it's from pure ill-disciplined football,
Yeah,
mate.
it was. There was probably no need for the bump. There was no hurt in it or anything. It was stupid.
So Donahue goes in short to Love. Love spills the mark.
Saved.
It's picked up by Hose. That's probably let off the look. Hose has gone the inside out. Banana coming in looking for Fulton. That made it awfully hard for him. Condi, no, it's not. Grossanowski wrestling with the ball. Can't quite pick it up. Worried out of it by Kelly. And Kelly overruns it. Picked up there that time by Condi. Gets it back again to the handball. Just some poise down there. Finds Haberfield. Haberfield goes out wide. That's a lot better football, isn't it, Grub?
Yep, beautiful.
Ball driven down long now, looking for Grundle. Grundle holds his spot in front.
Oh, that was beautiful to watch.
That's hitting the pack hard. Handball comes out to Love. Love runs into an open goal and goes bang.
They're not done yet.
Jared Love. That's a fantastic bit of play. That's the Inverleigh we have come to expect, mate. Inverleigh now to be 3 goals, 12. Trailing Bannockburn 6-5, and we have gone 12 and a half minutes to Grandy Cycling Sport third quarter.
And that's what Anzac Day is about. The ball's in the middle, about 6 blokes go beating him at it. Bang, there's a couple of blokes lie on the ground for a minute. They're not too well, but that's the way you play Anzac Day football. And Inverleigh are just starting to get their mojo back, and what they're doing better is they're starting to kick a bit straighter, and that'll get them back in the game.
Back with the umpire, middle of the ground. McEwen Walsh in there, Schultz over the top, gets the ball down, Love again, hands over the ball, picks the ball up, got the handball through to McEwen Walsh again, and he goes long into the forward line. Dixon leads in the race for the ball.
Good grab, son.
So he's got the mark just on the 50, I reckon, or he's in range, a big fella. We know in recent years the old kicking boots haven't been that good, but a great opportunity here to bring Inverleigh back to 5 points.
Well, the first year he was terrible, but I reckon he improved last year, Smithy.
Yeah, he had that chance, though, with Bannockburn, didn't he, to win that game? And
yeah, that was one, but I thought he improved a bit. Hopefully, with steady improvement, he'll get it right.
It was a good lead, good strong mark, too.
Yeah.
So Dixon now hasn't troubled the scoreboard at all today, and he's going to kick from about, I reckon he must be right on 50 when he's going to kick this ball.
Oh, this is a tough kick.
Loads up. It's long off the boot. It's going to have the distance. Over the back it comes. Manganelli had a fair grab at that too, but just couldn't quite hang on to it. Umpire will come in. The ball is going to be balled up about 2 metres out from the goal.
Just as he got his hands to it, I heard a whistle, but it must have been the net ball because I thought they're going to pay it.
So ball now thrown up by the umpire. Bath tries to tap the ball back towards the goals. It runs over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in which will take place right beside the behind post.
Want to buy some real estate? There's a whole 50 up here, Freud.
Yeah.
Yes, and plenty of space in there, Spide? Run it over the back.
Too much for me.
Ball, yeah, too quick for me too. Ball comes out the back. It's going to actually come out the front this time. Picked up there, Osborne. Little kick around the body, goes back towards the boundary line. You can't ping that. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Come on up. Come on up. You got to give these blokes a chance. This isn't AFL football. He's trying to kick it out of defence. I don't see him paying deliberate for that at our level. I really don't.
Yeah, no, I find that hard to get my teeth around. But looks like Finn O'Keefe, I reckon, in the forward pocket there with a shot at goal.
Yep, the tape on.
So Finn O'Keefe kicks at goal. It goes across the face. I thought Haberfield not had a fair grab at that. It looks like no one else did, but umpire said it must have come off some hands somewhere.
Well, it didn't look like the Bannockburn defence went for the punch or anything.
No.
Then.
Again, the shortest bloke in the contest and he took the mark.
Yeah, so ball is thrown up in that contest. It runs back Outside now to the top of the square. Hose couldn't pick the ball up. Again, it's sitting there. It's a lot of players around the contest. Umpire this time in very quickly will ball it up. I think Dixon puts his hand up to do the ruck work, and Tom Barth looks like he's doing it for Bannockburn. Again, in quickly was Haberfield, tackled by Elzinger. Umpire back with the ball, top of the square. So we'll do it once again. It's time taken out of the ruck contest by Grundle. Had one go at it. I think he went back and had a second go. This time it's been a free kick. And as I said, I don't know what he indicated the free kick was for, but it doesn't matter because Dalton Grundle has got the ball top of the goal square.
I'll tell you in a sec.
Well, too far away for me to say. I don't know what it was for.
I'm just trying to watch the replay here. No big screen at that Inverleigh.
No. Anyway, Dalton Grundle from the top of the goal square.
Too
had
high.
A chance to kick
sling tackle.
his second goal of the afternoon. So he starts his walk in. And from the top of the square, he kicks the goal. He has his second and the fourth now for Inverleigh. They are 4-12. They trail Bannockburn on 6 goals, 16 minutes gone. The Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
From being well beaten on the scoreboard, they've got themselves right back in it. They're still dominating the play. They're still the best side there all day, but obviously still a couple of goals behind. Well, no, not even that now. It's only a goal behind. So, you know, they've got themselves back in it because in the first quarter, as we know, they kicked about 1-9. All of a sudden, they're kicking it through those big sticks, and that's all that matters in this game. What happens at the end of your good play. And kicking straight is good football, and they're right back in this.
So Wilson and Fulton to do battle. Wilson go to the top, but Fulton gets hands to it, bounces off Casey Means' chest. He does well, recover, pick up. Steers one in low. Dixon couldn't quite pick it up at his feet, but Beardsall can. Beardsall goes over to Hose. Hose runs away from Haberfield, does that very, very nicely. Chips it out wide, finds Battaglia. Battaglia's got Jervis running on down the ground. And Connor Jews has time to steady, look up, hit a target. Not a great kick, but put down. What it should have taken was by Kelly there, but he's done well to recover. Drives the ball longer. The numbers running into the goal square here. Wilson flies backwards with the flight of the ball. Not good enough, gets the ball over the top here. Bell for Inverleigh now has a chance to steady, pick it up. Hold on his tail there was, that was not a great kick, is it? No, it stayed in play. So, hold on his tail there was Mayborn, your man Grubb, put the pressure on and just affected the kick at the right time.
Yeah, that kick from Kelly, I think it was, it just went a bit too far. He had to wait a little bit to get more Bannockburn blokes in better position. He kicked it a little bit too far.
It's too much on it. So, Wilson and Fulton will do battle. Ball comes in. Wilson in front, wins that one down, but Henderson does well, picks the ball up, gets a handball over the top to Jervis. Jervis has time to steadle. Handball's over to Mayborn. Mayborn now looking for someone up forward. Doesn't quite get enough on it. Jack Follett just pops in and takes the mark in front of Kelly here.
Bit disappointing, that.
It was. So, Jack Follett probably 25-30 out from his own goal. Look at his options down the ground. Nice little kick. That's a nice strong lead in it by Dixon. So, honoured that lead very well. Mason Dixon, half back here for Inverleigh. Swings round onto the left. That's a great kick out here too, isn't it? Rosanovsky takes the mark, plays on straight away, looking for Donahue, and couldn't quite take
in the back.
Umpire said in the back. 3 beautifully weighted kicks there, Grubb.
It was. Donahue almost got to the ball, but he was that close to it that the poor Bannockburn bloke, he had to try and stop him, and he landed in the middle of his back and a free kick for Donahue, which, look, you know, he probably could have kicked a couple in the first quarter. He needs to kick this. This will put him back in front, won't it?
Yeah, It does. It does. So, Buck Donahue now. We'll be kicking from probably right on 50. A good view, Dale, from here as far as we can see. So, here comes Donahue now. Ball hits the boot. The shank in. It's just made the distance, and it's through for a minor score. The 13th of that variety for Inverleigh today. So, they move to 4-13, trailing Bannockburn, who are 6-5. We've gone 20 minutes. The Granny Cycling Sport third quarter score. Ball.
How did he kick 9 a couple of weeks ago? Kicking like that?
6 in the first quarter. So Beardsall to bring the ball back in. Just chips one over the top. Don't think he's going to quite get there. Up for acceptances of probably Burke, but he's got away with it. But in the end, it's tap forward for Bannockburn. Come through there was Grossenowski. It's a handball forward for Inverleigh. Quick pick up and kick. What's happened here? Umpire's picked out a free kick, I believe. Who's that going to, Dale? Is that Burke?
No,
it's not. That's
Haberfield.
That's Haberfield out there. I should know Logs. I've known him all his life. So the ball to be returned to Logan Haberfield. True centre wing here, almost in front of the old scoreboard. Looking for options. Chips one in short. Looking for Manganelli, but it's chopped off by Hose. Hose plays on quickly. Beardsall spills the ball. Puts himself under all sorts of pressure now. Has dragged it back in. What's the umpire going to say here? Already in trouble. Yes, he is. Spilled it, dragged it back in. So Manganelli with the resultant free kick for Inverleigh. Looks forward. Goes short to Donahue. That's a better kick, Grub.
Yep.
So Donahue just outside 50 now for Inverleigh. Fulton's dropped back into the hole, so that probably takes the big kick out. So now he's got to try and measure it up and find a target. So he does. Goes short to Templeton.
I need a lead.
And the umpires,
they're all just standing flat-footed. Come at him.
I think the umpires lined him up to take the shot.
You can still lead.
Yes, he can. So chips it. I don't think that's any advantage going to that side. But anyway, come back in again, looking for and finding Tyquin, who takes the mark. Pretty much where Donahue was about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, well, he's one of the ones could nearly get the distance.
So he does. He tries. Matty Tyquin loads up, sends it long, but no one home for Inverleigh or Bannockburn, and it goes through for a minor score. Matty Tyquin's first for the day. Inverleigh's 14th, so the ball brought back in straight away really quickly out here, finds Kunchka.
His old man would have put that into the pond.
He would have. Kunchka in defence, gets through a couple here, handballs to Jervis. Jervis goes out wide again. Ball coming long down the line to Hose. Hose steps around one, gets a handball inside to Kunchka again. To mess around with a bit here, Bannockburn, so turned over
Lost
now.
it.
Burke, but then panic with the kick.
Jeez.
Paddy Burke turns it over now, so plays on. Is that Bowden plays on with the ball. Looking down the line. Options, he's gone out wide here. What's the umpire? Umpire's gone too far.
Seriously.
Interesting. So Matty Tyquin will take the free kick in the centre of the ground here. Haven't seen Trevor paid for a while, mate.
No. I can't quite remember where we got the ball from, so I'm not going to comment on it, but you're right, they don't pay it that often.
Back line. Anyway, Tyquin drives Inverleigh long forward. Grundle wrestles for the ball. Ball falls over the back. Picked up by Elsinger. Elsinger on that left foot. Tries to get it out of defence. Gets it out of defence, but goes out of bounds on the full and hits defence. So the ball will be brought back in now. You've got Donahue with the ball now, so he's really lifted his work rate. Short kick in, looking for and finding Dalton Grundle. Takes a fantastic grab on the lead, so but still hard up against the boundary line here. About 35-40 out from goal. Grundle puts the hand out and says, settle down. I'm going to have a look at this one. So, coach's goal.
I reckon Buck's lifted his work rate since about halfway through the third quarter. So has Casey Meehan.
So Grundle comes in, has a shot. The goal umpire.
The hardest one of the day.
Has not moved. As you said, Grub, the hardest kick of the day. Puts Inverleigh back in front. Dalton Grundle has his third. Inverleigh 5-14 and now leading Bannockburn 6-5. We've ticked over 23.5 to Granny Cycle and Sport, third quarter.
It's a big difference, isn't it? It's not really hard to work out. It's a very simple game. You kick the ball through those big sticks and you're going all right. In first quarter, they missed everything, and now they're kicking straight. They've looked a better team all day, but they haven't kicked straight, and all of a sudden now they are. So look out, Tigers.
So ball back in the middle now. Ball comes out of the contest. Tyquin again delivering the ball quickly into the forward line. In front, Grundle. Ball comes out of the contest, runs back towards the boundary line. Bowden leads in the race for the ball. Couldn't pick the ball up, runs it over, and we will have a throw-in which will take place 20 around from the behind post. Inverleigh strongly back into attack once again.
Tyquin, isn't it?
There's been plenty of it in this quarter. Ball thrown back in now, umpire. Out the back it will come. Donahue tries to run onto it, picked up Elsinger, got the handball over the top, set his teammate up there, Wilson, from laying on the ground, got boot to ball, didn't travel that far. Now it runs free. Love's going to be the first one to arrive. He picks the ball up, he puts it down, picked up there by Phillips. He got the handball out, over the top. Umpires will let things go, picked up by Finn O'Keefe.
Picked out a throw there.
Don't give it away now, boys. You've got to kick. Just go back.
I think it's the other way. I think waiting for O'Keefe to get up, and Jared Love got a couple of blokes off. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
Dragged a couple of blokes off, I should say.
So Finn O'Keefe now, he goes into the forward line, in towards Grundle once again. Handball comes out, try to get to his own ball. Picked up there by Bowden over the top, handball. Ball runs free, picked up out there. I think that was Cad Walsh on the hands and knees. I'm not too sure whether it was him. Yes, it was. It's now in the hands and it's cleared away. Goes back into the middle of the ground. Violet over the back's got a good sit. Can't finish it off. Picked up. Handball goes to Fulton. Forces his way out. Now into the hands of Jervis. Runs through the middle. Got a player.
He's got to go all the way.
He's going to try and go all the way. Schultz leads in the race for the ball, but he won't have to.
Gone all the way.
It's gone all the way. Connor Jervis has his second goal of the afternoon and the 7th now for Bannockburn. They are 7-5 and they regain the lead. 5-14 to win the lead. 26 minutes gone. The Granny Cycling Sports third quarter scoreboard.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're leading all day, probably a bit by accident, and then you finally get the lead taken off you, there's nothing more inspirational than a Connor Jervis run through the middle, no one home. Let's just go for it and bounce, bounce, bounce. They might have got the goal anyway because I think the Bannockburn boy was just in front, but anything can happen. That's inspiration, and I tell you, it's almost starting to turn into a real Anzac Day footy game.
So ball back near again. The umpire, both ruckman got a touch on it. Love on the ground now trying to fight there. Picked up by Alford. Tried to stroke the tackle. Couldn't quite do it. So the umpire will come and have a secondary ball up. Right near the first one. So Wilson and Fulton going at it again. Ball probably favours Fulton, but Wilson does well to come over the top. Ball hits the ground. Wilson now picks it up. Feeds a handball at the Tyquin. Tyquin drives them forward again. Bit of push and shove there. Dalton Grundle picks it up. Handballs the ball over to Burke. Burke straightens himself up and goes back.
Guilty. That's
Paddy
on
Burke
again.
has his first for the day. Inverleigh now 6-14 leading Banno 7-5, and we have gone 27 minutes to Grandy Cycle and Sport third quarter.
We're a little bit disappointed for the first half, I must admit, but I tell you what, if this goes goal for the rest of the game, I don't care if the footy's at a great standard. That's what we come here to see, some excitement, and now goal for goal. Let's go all the way.
Grubby's excited. Ken Bruce has gone completely mad.
Well, I've been a bit down myself today, and you blokes have been terrible, so get up, do what Inverleigh doing.
Back in the middle we go again. This time both ruckmen go at it again. Ball in the hands there. Finn O'Keefe got the ball out towards Tyquin. Handball comes out. Ends up in the hands now of Phillips. Runs and carries. He's kicked sideways.
No.
Wasn't great. We're looking for Beardsall. Coming the other way was Bell. He can't. He's got the ball in his hands now. Tries to get it further afield. Did so. Umpire said that was okay. And we'll have a throw-in which will take place. McEwen going down to his ruck work with Wilson just sitting back behind the play now. A ball thrown back in. Ruckman bring the ball to ground, picked up again, ball out the back door. Maybaum stopped and propped and then had a look and had Jervis by himself in some space. So Jervis now with the ball. He goes back inside. Marcus taken out there by Alford. He runs now and carries and kicks long into their forward line. Dan Gros read that nicely, comes across and takes the mark. So Dan Gros now decides to transfer play across the ground, has his brother out there and Mick. So he's got the running player and Templeton behind him, and he goes wider outside the Burke in some space. So again, some good movement of the ball. The tip up over the top has Tyquin again in space and by himself. So they're running okay at the moment, Grub.
Yeah, they're just starting to play like a well-oiled machine. They're really playing
the
good
ball
footy.
into the forward line. That kick wasn't that good, and the mark has been turned over, and Fletcher Wilson will turn things back for Bannockburn.
Shut up.
He goes sideways, or goes forward, I should say, and he finds Locke Battaglia out there, just defensive side of centre wing. So Battaglia now, he just goes along the line, looking towards, and we'll find Kelly. So Kelly wants to go now and rolls. He does so, goes towards
that's in the back.
Umpire said there was a push involved there.
Definitely.
So free kick going back to Tristan Battaglia this time. He's got a player further afield, moves it quickly, went back to his brother, I think, who's pushed down the ground. And now he runs and goes. He's looking to go towards the full forward position. Ball out the back, Kunzka, there. Nice mark out there, Crowley. He read that, and he did that nicely, took the mark, and will settle things down.
And they just held Kunzka out legally, but they just held him out so he couldn't get there.
Good Crowley now goes out to the far side, goes out looking for Wilson. Ball from behind, comes to ground, picked up Battaglia once again, got the handball out the back to Jervis. Jervis again, puts it back to where it's dangerous. Kunzka up.
That's better.
Didn't take the mark.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh, did he have enough of that?
I think so. He got the second grab too, didn't he?
Crawley had the second grab.
He
Anyway.
might have too.
It doesn't matter. Umpire called as he's seen it, Grub.
Yeah, I thought, look, my original was that he marked it.
Okay. We'll run with that.
Well, the umpire said it, so we have to. We've got no choice, but I thought he did anyway. It doesn't matter.
He definitely had the first bit. He had a good grab of it, but I just thought he didn't have it when he came down.
No, he did. I reckon Crawley's taking it off him.
That's all right. So Kunska now.
What, do you think I'd actually be wrong, you blokes?
No, I didn't doubt you at all. So he says he likes
Look
it
at
off the
that.
book, and Kunska has got his second goal of the afternoon. And again, it's Bannockburn now back in front. 8-5. They lead Inverleigh on 6-14. 30 minutes gone. The Granny Stock and Sports third quarter scoreboard.
What did I say about goal for goal, Spide? Is that what we want? Of course it's what we want.
Absolutely.
And young Kunska, he hasn't had the greatest of days, but he's been at the contest. He's given it everything. And sooner or later, when you do that, things start to go your way. He's only a kid still, going to be a pretty good player, I reckon, because he just keeps going even if he's down. And all of a sudden, he's back in the game and he's put Bannockburn back in the lead.
All right, back in the middle now. Wilson and Fulton. Wilson wins that one down towards Titan, but it's cut off by Wilson. He handballs to Hose. Hose goes to Henderson. Henderson chips in to Fletcher Wilson. Right to centre circle. So he has time now coming out wide. And the siren's gone. Grubby, we have a absolute belter on our hands here. Inverleigh 6-14-50, trailing Bannockburn 8-5-53. Dale, goal kickers, please.
Yes, we have Dalton Grundle with 3 now, and 1 each to Wilson, Love and Burke for the home side, and for Bannockburn we have 2 apiece to Kunska and Jervis, 1 each Wilson, Hose, Kelly and Osborne. A game that has changed complexion in this second half so far. Let's hope it continues in the last quarter. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Using some pretty big words.
We are back here at Morton Power Oval. Well, complete transformation of the game, Grubby. The first half seen 6 goals kicked in the whole first half. That one seen 8 kicked for the quarter. So that's the footy we come to see.
Well, it is. I was just thinking, is it a complete transformation of what we've seen in the first half to the second half, or the third quarter? The actual on-field wasn't. It was the fact that Inverleigh dominated, like they've dominated the whole game, but they kicked straight. They were kicking crooked and still dominating. But when they looked like they were going to run away, Bannockburn fought back, and that's Anzac Day. You fight back when you're down. And I'll tell you, Inverleigh have been the better side. Now they've got to run the game out. But Bannockburn have got the use of what they reckon's a win. I spoke to a few blokes at halftime. They reckon the wind down there is terrible. It's very swirly. So I don't know. It doesn't look too bad to me, but they all said it was. Gee, I'll tell you what, I still can't pick who's going to win this game now, because if they've got the fitness in Inverleigh, they've had the ball, most of the ball. But as I say, Bannockburn have made more of their opportunities. Just a quick rundown. I thought Wilson played a bit better that quarter. Donahue came into effect a little bit. Tyquin, Grundle was a turning point because he kicked straight. He did exactly what he's been doing all day, but this time he kicked straight and give him a chance. The 2 Grosses were pretty good, and that Logan Haberfield, I like him. He's been pretty good. Over in Bannockburn, Campbell, Fletcher Wilson was quite good. Hose again was really good. Maybaum come into the ground. It's taken him a bit of a time to get used to GDFNL football. Made a couple of blues. Kunchka, as I said before, has been beaten, but then comes in and takes a good mark and puts him back in front. Connor Jervis again come into the game. And I didn't mind that quarter of Schultz. I thought he really put in hard against the big blokes. And I don't know. But I tell you what I do know is that we've got that Anzac spirit back, and we've got a ripper last quarter coming up.
Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. Let's hope it continues. You wanted the goal for goal about halfway through the third quarter. You got it.
I got it, and let's hope it continues.
Inverleigh got back into it, got in front, Bannockburn in front, Inverleigh in front, Bannockburn back in front at 3/4 time.
Well, that's the name of the game, isn't it? And in the end, it's who's in front when the final siren goes. And who's that going to be, Smithy?
He did say at 3/4 time.
You said you were going to get quarter time. You didn't do that. No. You didn't do it at half time. So let's have a go at 3/4 time. You're still in the same boat, aren't you?
Yeah, look, it's just a game that's just been ebbing and flowing now. I suppose the wind advantage, if there's anything, goes to Bannockburn and they're in front. Can they hang on? Who knows?
Thanks, mate.
Let me know about the 25-minute mark, all right?
Yeah.
You might not be able to.
Hey, it might take till the final siren to know who's going to win this one.
Might go to the 30-minute mark, Grub.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the spectators to clear. Players are set and ready to go.
I think Jai Robinson's not out there either. He's gone for the day too, I think.
Oh, yes. He's been gone since,
quarter time, pretty much.
I'll tell you who I didn't see that quarter. I'm probably having to go at him, but I didn't see much of Billy Cations.
He was still out there, Bill.
Well, the ball wasn't down there a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Jackson Elsing has impressed me a hell of a lot.
Yeah, very good
He
kid.
has impressed
How
me a hell
old
of a
is
lot.
he?
16.
16, is he?
Yep.
Good size.
Well, just like his brother.
Cool around the ball.
Yeah, he is. He's very, very like his brother in all ways, really.
Yeah, just their movement. One a right and one a left. Good combination.
Need to see him drift down like his brother did a couple of times last year and kick a couple of goals.
Probably did it for the wing, though, not half back.
Righto,
matter
final
now.
quarter action. We're about to start here with the umpire, ball in hand, and it goes in the air. Ruckman at it. This time Schultz gets the ball down. Mayboom, he takes the ball out of the contest. Got it to Jervis. Round the body he goes. Back towards centre half forward. Kunchka runs at it and takes the mark. So Joshy Kunchka can go back and kick the first of the last quarter and just give Bannockburn that little bit of breathing space. He's going to tuck the mouth guard in the sock and then go back and look at goal. Needs a kick of about 45. Joshy comes in, kicks that goal. Tell you what, that looks a nice looking kick. Has it got the distance? I think it has. Umpire agrees. The first of the last quarter goes to Bannockburn and they move to 9-5. They lead Inverleigh on 6-14. 49 seconds only. Connect tell final quarter scoreboard.
Well, I tell you what, I was just going to give the biggest praise of all time to Big Luke Wilson. He realised the situation. He ran from this side of centre half forward all the way down to the goal line just in case and went up and he missed it. I might have gone over his head for me, but he did all the right things and still didn't quite touch it. And you're right, that. But then again, who knows? Inverleigh might get one in the next 45 seconds.
That's it. Back in the middle we go again. This time again. Schultz up over the top. Went to Love. Got the handball out. Went to Tyquin. Umpire said this time was a throw from Jared Love. I'm not too on the wrong side, but I didn't think he looked like he threw it. And it's going to be a free kick going to Bailey Elford. So Elford now, he's right in the middle of the ground. Called a play on by the umpire. Gets around Love. Put him in the air. Kicks back towards centre half forward. Coming out. And
Good
the mark
mark.
has been taken out this time. Was it Crowley this time? It was. He's going to transfer play. Club room side of the ground. Dan Groz this time. Comes up from defence. Takes the mark. Goes further afield. Goes looking for Bell. Kick in directed there and chipped off there by
always the wrong kick,
Jervis
that.
now decides to go long. Back towards Fulton. He's up in the air. Big fella can't take the mark. At ground level. Picked up there by Tyken. Little chip over the top. Goes looking for Wilson.
Good
Met
kick.
at the ball and he's taken the mark. Wants to play on. Kick is okay, we'll say, because it got to Jared Love. Handball goes inside the man, over the top now.
Oh,
And he's put him under pressure, but he's did that nicely. McEwen Walsh goes into the forward line. Spoil from behind. Ball hits the ground, picked up there. And it's going to be Elzinger that kicks the ball on the boundary line.
No, thank. Well done, buddy. Well done. There is no.
The umpire here was shaking his head going, no.
He was going to play deliberate, but this boy, he decided it wasn't. And guess what? He was right. It wasn't.
So the ball now thrown back in by the umpire. And again, Wilson from behind gets a big knock forward, goes into their half-forward line. Manganelli runs onto the ball, wants to get out of trouble, got the handball away. Does that nicely to Burke. Burke on the right boot. He goes back towards goal. It might be a little bit wide. Elzinger stands under it. It's over the boundary line anyway. It's going to be a free kick going to young Jackson Elzinger. And from right beside the behind post now, he's going to bring the ball back into play.
He's got nowhere to go.
So he's just going to drive the ball long and down the line.
Boy.
Goes looking for Schultz. Behind Wilson,
Punch!
in front, Mark picked up there. Henderson goes over the top, went back to Elford. He runs and kicks into the middle of the ground. Again, Mark required going at the ball. Young Phillips takes the mark. Got the handball away. Running player is Beardsall. Beardsall out wide has got Battaglia. Battaglia lets the ball bounce. It comes back to him now. Goes into the forward line looking for his brother. Templeton did nicely, but Battaglia at the ball. Can't keep it in the field of play, and it runs over. So we'll have a throw in about 25 around from behind post. 3.5 gone. Connectel, final quarter scoreboard. It is Inverleigh, 6-14, 9-5, Bannockburn.
Geez, they moved the ball well that time, Bannockburn.
Oh, I did, didn't they?
Oh, beautiful footy to watch.
Well, Schultz and Wilson tried the run over, didn't get there, so it's Grosdosty versus Kelly. Kelly wins the ruck, handball the ball out. Ball comes back to Kelly, throws it on the right boot into the danger zone here. At the back, couldn't quite get there. Crawley did well to take it over the boundary line. So the boundary line throw in right next to the behind post. Bannockburn deep into attack here. Connectel final quarter. Over 4 minutes here at Morton Power Oval. So Wilson's there this time. And Fulton's come out, put his hand up and said, I'm going up in this one as well. But Wilson gets to the front, takes the ball out of the air, gets a handball over the top. Another one over the top to Cations. Cations goes to Meehan. Meehan now in some space. Bit of time. Ooh, could almost better travel again. Bell gets in the right spot, chopped off there beautifully. The ball hits the deck, comes out. Handball back by Beardsall, finds Hose. Hose chips the ball, steadies up, kicks out wide. Lovely looking kick and finds Phillips. Phillips now with a bit of time, finds Jervis. Jervis goes back to Hose, who kept running. Drives the ball along now, looking for Fulton. That's a great kick, couldn't quite hold the grab. Ball hits the deck now. Forcing the ball forward, comes out now to Tyke with Tyke. Quick kick off the ground. This might be end up all right.
Wow.
Well, Dalton Grundle's charged forward, got the ball, goes forward and finds Manganelli.
Kick the goal, Toby.
Advice from one great goal-kicking Dale Smith there to tell Toby Manganelli to go and kick the goal. He'll be kicking from about 40 metres.
Did you kick many goals in your life?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. In the backyard.
Always good in the backyard footy.
You can ask those questions, mate. You have a look at his stats. He kicked
Up
a
and down
few.
the passage, mate. That is the best way. It's Nerf ball. Nerf footy.
Toby Manganelli now for Inverleigh to bring it back to a 3-point margin.
You've got to kick this, son. Come on.
He hasn't. He's pushed it across, and it's kicked the 15th behind now for Inverleigh. They're 6-15 trailing.
Would have bet me left and right on that one.
Trailing Bannockburn, who are 9-5.
Yeah.
We've gone nearly 6 minutes. Connect our final quarter here. So the ball to be brought back in. Hopefully it's coming to the commentary side. It is Dale. It's not a bad one. So Kunz got a fly at the back here. Ball comes to the ground. Beardsall picks it up onto the left foot. Just chips it over the top to no one in particular. Battaglia, mate, look a lot better than it was, but he's wrapped up by Billy Cations in a fantastic tackle. No prior opportunity grub at all. So.
None at all. Good umpiring.
Yep. I was sort of wondering what Beards was doing there, but Battaglia made it look pretty good. Clean pick up on the run. So the ball will be thrown up now. Got Schultz and Wilson going at it again. Well, no one really won it, but Henderson picks ball up the ground, gets tackled. Handballs to Schultz. Schultz got nowhere to go. Lets it go up. I said he must have got a boot to it. Play on.
I think he kicked Finn O'Keefe then, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did. He's got up slowly. Jared Love, actually. So there's Finn O'Keefe. Knocks the ball forward. Tykman goes after it. Ridden into the ground, and again. And it was probably a little bit late. Anyway, the umpire's doing the right thing. He's going to say we're going to throw this ball up. So Wilson's there. Schultz is in the fight, so ball up now. Wilson over the top, taps it down the Tykman direction, does well, throws on the boot quickly. Who's in front here? Couldn't quite take the mark. Needed to hold that one was Miles. Umpire's picked a free kick out here. It's going to Bannockburn. I didn't see what it was for, but Beardsall has a resultant free kick. He plays on straight away, looks to go out wide and does so into the hose direction. Is he good enough to keep it in? He's got a couple of players there for company with him. Picks the ball up, but ends up running out of room.
Don't worry about is he good enough to keep it in. Is he good enough to get it out, which he did, because that's all he had to do then. He couldn't keep it in, he was gone. So he's got a good head on his shoulders for a young fella.
Yep. So Wilson and Mayborn to do the ruck work. Ball comes in now. Mayborn uses his strength. The ball, no play gets a touch to it. Picked up there by Paddy Burke. Paddy Burke's kick chopped off by Hose, though. So
Ryan Perkins hasn't been out for a while, has he?
No, he copped those couple in the back, didn't he? So anyway, Hose goes in the middle. Look at this for a great run by Jackson Elsinger. Keep going, Sunshine. Keep going. He does. On the left. Drives it long. No one in particular. I don't know if he's having a shot or what he was doing, but in the end, it's not too bad, I suppose. It's gone out of bounds next to the behind post. Inverlew have a chance. Bannockburn have a chance to reload here and set the play up. But that's a good turn of foot again there too, Grubb. He said just like his brother, isn't he?
Oh, you just got to like kids that take it on the bit and go. You already had a shot for goal and it didn't work out because he didn't have much to kick to, but you've got to love it.
Yep. So the ball thrown in now, tapped over the back of the pack there, picked up by Crawley, gets a handball across, looking to get out. Track tackle, got the handball away eventually, but the force. The pressure, no, it stayed in, it's bounced back. Miles goes after it, Jervis picks it up, gets a handball back to Elsinger again on the left, looks into the hole beautifully. Fulton can't quite take the mark.
Got to get a free kick. Got to get a free kick.
So he's smart kick there by
It was a beautiful kick.
Mayborn.
Looks like it's 50, is it?
Mayborn, is it? I thought it was Fulton for a second.
It's
Didn't matter.
50.
It was a great kick.
Yeah, it's 50.
50, you reckon it's 50, Grubb?
I think it might be 50.
All right, we'll go with 50. So the old Lou Richards, mate, put down your glasses.
Yep.
Not from there, I don't say.
Mayborn kicks the 10th for Bannockburn. They go to 10-5, 65, leading Inverleigh, who was 6-15, 51, and we've ticked over 9 minutes. Connect our final quarter.
I'll tell you what, the way the game was going, I thought Inverleigh were going to just come out and go make it goal for goal as we hope, but Bannockburn have settled a bit better, and I'll tell you, if the Hawks don't kick the next goal, I think they're gone. They have to kick the next one.
Well, keeping it in there, as I said, the Bannockburn now with 3 rotations down, so that's got to have some sort of effect that you would think towards the end.
Well, my problem is, it's I know it's only 5 minutes, but if they can't do it in the next 10 minutes yet, the 15-minute mark, and if you're still a couple of goals down, you're in trouble. So they've got to, as I say, if Bannockburn get the next one, it might be a bridge too far.
So the ball now thrown back in the air. This time Ruckman go at it once again, comes down again, it's kicked off the ground, goes forward, coming through. Mick Gros did that nicely, handballs up over the top. First one back's going to be Hose. He seems to have plenty of run, gets the ball out, goes back towards the boundary line. He's going to run towards the boundary line, but Mick Gros is going to save it, keeps it in play, gives it to Tykwan. Tykwan now runs around on the left boot. Kick didn't have much on it, had the effect, got to Casey Meehan, fended off nicely, went back to Tykwan, looks up, kicks the ball into their forward line. Mayburn's positioned himself nicely.
He did.
Don't know what he did there, but he didn't look at the ball when he was going for it. Picked up by Tommy Bath, got the handball out, didn't hit his target, so Inverleigh continued to work. I would have thought so. From here it looked like it was. The ball definitely lifted off the ground. Long kick out of defence by Beardsall, goes towards Kuzka. Had a fair whack at it on the ground now. Inverleigh with some numbers again. Tykwan with the ball, goes back inside, finds Finn O'Keefe. So Finn O'Keefe now is settled himself down, goes out wide. Mick Gros has the ball.
He didn't want it.
And now it's been played on. He goes short again. Manganelli presents and does that nicely. He's just out of range here for Manganelli. Left or right foot. Looking for an option. Decides to go long to the goal square. And why wouldn't you? Dalton Grundle's there. Had a fair bit of it. Breaks the tackle. Ball comes out into the hands of Hose. He runs out of trouble. Little short kick will find and settle things down will be Ryan Bowden. Goes back to Hose. Thought they might have taken a little bit of time. Gee, takes him on the kid.
He
has
does.
A bounce and he goes long into the forward line. Fulton in best position in front. Doesn't take the mark at ground level. It's picked up. Henderson on hands and knees. Hands it out to Crawley. He's not sure what to do with it. Goes inside. Tyquin again. Knocked up, getting some possessions in the middle of the ground. Kick will be good. Paddy Burke comes up and takes the mark.
Now, you got to get it in. I don't think he can kick that, can he? Or can he?
Oh, yes, he can do this. Yeah, this is Paddy Burke, I reckon. This is right on his range, I reckon.
Time to shine.
Oh, well, it is. He's generally a very good kick for goal. Buck's just drifting forward.
Come on, Paddy, don't let Smithy down. Stick it right through the middle, son.
So Paddy Burke, he'll have to kick this just from just on 50, I reckon. But he'll have that little bit of leverage there where he can run a little bit closer.
Yes.
Kicks long towards goal. It is going to
Whoa! Dixon.
And it is Mason Dixon that has taken the mark.
I can tell by the blue soles of
There
the
he
boots.
goes. Plays on, kicks around the body, and he has kicked his first goal of the day, and a nice time to be kicking one too. 7:15 now to win the league, 10-5 to Bannockburn, when we have gone 12.5 Connectel final quarter scoreboard.
Well, I think that's the goal we want, and I know we're not supposed to brag for any particular side, but I always brag for the side that's just getting beat, so it gets closer and closer. I reckon you were right about Paddy Burke. He probably should have kicked it, but by crikey, he ran too close to the man on the mark.
But I think he comes to the side and grab, because you can't move till the umpire calls
No,
it.
I know, but
that's an advantage, I reckon.
He still went too close and had to lift the ball, but Mason Dixon, and dare I say it, the big men fly for the Ruffley's pie!
Ball back in the middle now. Wilson off having a bit of a break here, so Keelan Welsh goes in the middle. He's beaten for it by Fulton. Fulton follows up. Can't go. Moon has the ball. Tries to feed it out. Has dropped it, the umpire said. So free kick here to Connor Jervis.
50-50.
Jervis comes out wide to Wilson. Wilson takes the ball and runs. He's got targets leading at him. It's got way too much on it. Ball hits a deck. Picked up there by Kelly. And Kelly has answered straight away. 11-5 now, Bannockburn. 7:15 in Valee, and we've ticked over 13.5. Connectel final quarter.
This resting blokes business, I hate it. I know you have to do it the way the game's played these days, but like I know he slipped, but it was just a goal that come from out of the centre, and I just think if the big fella here was actually in the centre, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in that performance, but you know, I know you have to rest them, but geez, you got to get them back on quick if you can, because that's, you know, what's it put them out to now?
14 points.
That's right. See, it's just getting tougher and tougher every time Bannockburn kick a goal. We ask Inverleigh for the next one and they got them. Well, I'm asking them again.
Rightio, so back in the middle now. McEwen Welsh takes on, that's Mayborn. Mayborn wins that one down quite easily, but picked up there by Tyquin, throws the ball on the boot down towards Dalton Grundle.
Another one! Look out!
Absolute fantastic grab. Is that one of your big men fly?
No, not that. He takes them a training, this bloke.
Oh, you're a bit harsh.
He takes them on in the street.
Well, some of the big names in Inverleigh are trying their hardest to lift them. So Dalt has to kick this one. So Grundle coming in to be kicking from about 30 metres directly in front. So in he comes, drops it on the boot. The goal umpire's moved a little bit, but not too much to worry anyone else. So Dalton Grundle has his fourth for the afternoon. The 8th for Inverleigh, 8:15, trailing Bannockburn 11-5. We've gone 15 minutes. Connect our final quarter scoreboard.
But it's a little bit like it's come down to like the Werribee Cryo game. It's a little bit like at the moment, whoever gets the ball out of the centre, everybody's so tired that you get it out of the centre and get it straight down there. Your forwards are in front, you kick the goal. That happened at Bannockburn when they won the contest, and now it's back this way. And I think that's why they have to have Wilson in the ruck as quick as they can.
Yes, so we're back in the middle. As we said, Kieran Fulton going in now to do the ruck work, and McEwen Walsh also. Ball comes out of that contest. Love runs towards the contest. Mayborn over the top. It's sitting underneath. Mayborn tries to get to his feet and get the ball out. Umpire said it's not coming out. We're going to have another ball up, which will take place. Thrown up again quickly by the umpire. Ruckman both underneath the contest. Ball comes out. Maybourne on the left boot. Goes back into the middle of the ground or goes long into their forward line. Ball hits the ground. Who's going to lead in the race for the ball? Picked up there. Trapped by Condi. Did that nicely. Maybourne at it again. Tyquin spins out of trouble. Gets a little kick away. Paddy Burke dives on it but couldn't finish the ball off. Ball gets through the contest. Kicked off the ground by Finn O'Keefe. Ball runs free now. Beardsall picks the ball up. Went backwards by hand. Has Elzinger there. And he goes long and back into their forward line. Condi going back with the flight of the ball. Did that nicely. Read it. And transfers play towards Donoghue. In some space by himself. Going back. Battaglia couldn't get to the contest. Buck just kicks the ball over the top. Donoghue goes in short. McEwen Walsh. And again, now they've been slowed down just a little bit. Wants to get the ball going, and that's the direction he goes in. Goes towards Grundle again. Ball gets out the back.
Of course he said.
Oh, did he do that?
I'll tell you what, I hate when they use their hands. He never used his hands that time, I don't think.
Maybaum now gets the ball and he goes into their forward line. Battaglia takes the mark just outside 50. This kick's important. Kick wasn't great going towards Kuncha. He couldn't pick the ball up. Tries to keep the ball alive. Cations is there, arrives, gets the handball out. Goes to Templeton on the left boot. Back towards centre wing. That's going to be favourable. Into the hands of Paddy Burke. Over the top he goes. Out towards Finn O'Keefe, I think it is. He runs. Well, he's not running too quick, but he's got the ball in his hand. Now he delivers the ball into the forward line, but going back, Bath takes the mark in front. Mark and/or free kick.
And got crunched.
Jackson Elzinger cramping. He's just got off the deck to try and get back and help.
So Tommy Bath now with the ball. Little chip up over the top. That will be okay. Mark will be taken out there. I think that's Beardsall once again. A little bit of run in his legs. He goes long down the line for his brother-in-law, but couldn't quite get to him. Ball goes over the boundary line and will be thrown back in just near the scoreboard here at the Morton Bay Power. Morton Power, whatever it's called.
Morton Bay Bug.
Morton Bay
You
Bug.
idiot.
Should be just the Inverleigh Oval.
You
mate.
idiots.
Kieran Perkins, Morton Bay Bug.
The Morton Bay Bug. Ball thrown back in. Ruckman at it. McEwen Walsh takes the ball out of the contest. Kicks back towards centre wing. Dixon leads in the race. Ball trapped that nicely. Picked it up and looked back inside. Kick has to be good. Went over the top. Was okay. Donoghue has it. His chip forward goes towards Manganelli. Got a left and a right. Missed with the handball. Goes back now. Tries to feed it out. Henderson did nicely. Kept the ball alive. Goes out wide. Finn O'Keefe dies on the ball. He's tackled. Ball comes out in the hands of Hose. Over the top to the running player and Jervis. And from centre wing, he looks up. Goes along the line. Kick has to be good. Was quite there, but he's gone back and collected the ball. That was Fulton. He kicks the ball, and the ball goes into the forward line. Oh, I tell you what, he made good ground. That was Wilson.
He did, yeah.
So Fletcher Wilson a chance now to go back and shoot for goal.
He really moves well, this kid. He's well balanced. He looks like a class player.
He's very light, but as I said, that was a nice bit of quick movement for going back with a flight.
Yeah.
So Fletcher Wilson has 1-1 for the afternoon. A chance now to put the lead back out a little bit further.
He looks like a St Albans player to me, a good player on the big ground at St Albans.
So he comes in now, and the distance we'll have to worry about. Accuracy is what he's concerned with.
Yeah, he is
goes
concerned
across
with
the face and through for a minor score. 1 goal, 2 to him. But it's Bannockburn now to 11 goals, 6. And Inverleigh on 8-15. We've gone 90 minutes. Connectel, final quarter scoreboard.
Could be a tie.
We'll be back here next Thursday. I'll be in that.
Every Thursday, mate. We'll just keep going back. Farlick under the kick.
Bit of annual leave, sickie, whatever you want.
I work night shifts. That doesn't bother me.
Oh, yeah.
So Farlick to bring the ball back in there for Inverleigh.
I'll just take leave.
No robberies yet?
Yeah, just one. They've given me a job. Anyway, Farlick goes long down the line looking for Dixon. Had a bit too much on it. And what's throw in? I don't know. I actually don't know that rule. If you play on,
if you play on, no one has to touch it.
Okay. Thank you for that. I don't read the rules because I don't understand them.
Oh, I'm only guessing. Anyway. That's common sense, isn't it? Once he's played on, he's played on.
I would have thought so, mate, but common sense ain't so common. But anyway, ball to be thrown back in front of the new and old scoreboard side of the ground. So Wilson to do battle with Fulton. Wilson takes front position, wins that one down cleanly. To no one in particular is picked up there by Tyquin, who forces the ball forward again. One-on-one contest here. Jervis hits the ground, wrapped up in a tackle. A couple of mates come in to help. Ball spills free. Quick kick out of there. It was by Kelly. Sorry, it wasn't by Kelly. It was by Hose. I didn't think it was Hose.
Again, yeah.
The blue boots. Anyway, turn over here. Picked up by Battaglia. Handballs the ball over to Maybourne. Maybourne goes through to Fulton now. Has found some space. Battaglia, Tristan swings around on the right.
Trouble here.
And there it is. Tristan Battaglia had probably got the tonsils being warmed up by the large lady these days, Grub. 12-6, Bannockburn leading Inverleigh 8-15. We've ticked over 20 and a half minutes. Connect to our final quarter.
They had it forced out, almost out of bounds over there in Inverleigh in a pretty safe place, but they just couldn't hold it in. And, of course, when they come out, they opened up the space. And when Battaglia gets the ball in that position, no matter how many points people are kicking all day, he's going to kick that every time. No, not a doubt in the world.
So back in the middle now. Wilson back on the ground up against Fulton. Ball thrown in the air. Wilson wins that one down towards Love. Love does well, picks it up, throws on the boot. Quick kick. Race on here. Bell picks the ball up. Elsie Ratman, but a great tackle. So ball chipped over top. He finds Connor Jervey. So Jervey's centre wing out in front of the commentary box, just slowing things down. Sizing up his options, being told that the umpire to move it on. So he does. Drives the ball long down the line. Look for Kunchka. Flies from the side. Can't quite take it. So taps the ball back towards... Is that towards Kelly? We'll get the free kick. Is that Fulton? Sorry. Advantage has been paid. So Kunchka runs with it. Goes long towards the square. Getting back is Grozdanovsky and rushes it through for a minor score. So 12-7 to Bannockburn now. Leading Inverleigh 8-15. Connectel final quarter. We nearly ticked over 22 minutes. So the ball about to be brought back in again. A lot of points at that end of the ground. So Templeton runs with it. Kicks the ball long and wide out in front of the scoreboard. That's a fantastic grab by Tyquin. So Matty Tyquin now swings around that right foot, goes long further down the line, looking for his vice captain in Love. Love does well, traps the ball.
High there.
It was high, yes. That's Finn O'Keefe.
He must have been out of bounds, was he?
He's gone. He said something about like an elbow. Anyway.
I think he must have been out of bounds when that happened, I think.
Yeah. I still think if you're out of bounds and you cop a high tackle, I still think it should be a free.
Well, it should be. Anyway, ball to be thrown back in. Schultz back in now doing the ruck against Wilson. Wilson gets up. Schultz comes over the back, wins that one down. Heading towards the boundary line again. I think that's where we'll find ourselves. We're throwing about 10 metres around from where we were just a second ago. So, true centre wing here on the scoreboard side of the ground here at Morton Power Oval. Wilson and Schultz to go at it again. Ball being brought back in. About to be thrown in. And it comes now, favours Wilson, who just belts it forward for his side. Love runs on it, taps it forward again, but Hose again. Here he is, that man. First one to the ball. Little chip kick around the corner is very, very good. Steadying up now. Chip in through the middle. And Bannockburn can try on the ball here through Alford. Alford comes further across, back to Hose.
I don't mind his game, Alford. I think he's been quite good.
He has. Anyway, he's got time. He chips the ball back to Beardsall now. Beardsall, still defensive side. That can't be 15. Apparently.
Length of my foot.
Mayborn has the ball.
I was going to say something else then, but I thought I'd keep it nice.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that short, Dale? Anyway, the ball further down. Kunska flies from the front. Ball comes to the ground. Condi gets a handball out. Wrapped up in the tackle there. Ball spills through to Grozdanovsky. Trying hard. Kicks the ball off the ground. Falls into the hands of Fulton, who just slaps it on the boot, hoping for the best. Battaglia at the back uses his body very, very well. Kunchka there to support. Looking to centre the ball in.
Missed.
But missed. So Kunchka has his first behind for the day. The 8th for Bannockburn. They go to 12-8, leading Inverleigh 8-15, and we've done 24 minutes. Connect to our final quarter.
I just hate blokes telling lies on the radio.
Yes, true. So all tipped over. Finds its way to Finn O'Keefe. He has plenty of space. There's plenty of support with him too, running through the middle.
What's he doing?
Horrible handball. Bound. It comes out. Takes it off him. Now he'll turn it back. What should have been a big attack there for...
in the back.
He might have ridden him in the back. No, he turned him over. So half... Well, he's half redeemed himself there. But, yeah, 3 blokes to pick from Grubb and picked out Bowden.
Well, the bloke coming the other way could have been a little bit more of an effort to get to it too.
Anyway, ball in the air. Wilson wins that one down to Tyquin. Tyquin grows to Grundle, who's obviously come up the ground for a while now. Casey Moon at full forward, leads out, handballs the ball over to Buck Donoghue. Donoghue on the left foot, snaps around the corner. Hose is there. Not required. It's gone through for a minor score. The 16th for Inverleigh. They're 8-16, trailing Bannockburn 12-8. We've ticked over 25 minutes.
Now he's cramping.
Quarter.
He's cramping. He's got to kick it out. Now the umpire's got to work out whether he's cheating or not. He's called play on.
So Hose now for Bannockburn brings the ball in, goes long down the line here, looking for Fulton, who flies at the front. Bell takes the ball out of the air, evades one tackle, turns around the right foot, sends it back in forward for Inverleigh. They've got players everywhere here. O'Keefe picks it up, tries to break the tackle, and it was taken high. I reckon. May have slipped a little bit there, but...
I think he put his head down a little bit in the tackle, but no, they're the 50-50 ones. I'm not going to judge. 50-50, fair enough.
So 16 points the margin, probably less than 5 minutes to go. Finn O'Keefe to bring it back to 10 points. Coming in now. Deliberate approach, kicking from about 30 metres. And he's just stabbed at it, has not made the distance from 30 metres out. Ball's been spilt there by... was spilt by Beardsall. It falls in the hands of Case Moon, who tried to snap one on the right foot. That didn't come off too well. Picked up by Manganelli, who's wrapped up in a tackle immediately. Umpire comes in and says, that's my ball.
Geez, they're desperate down there, Bannockburn, aren't they? They are so desperate.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to go there. Anyway, the ball's been thrown up into the hands of Hose out of the ruck contest. He just throws the ball in the boot. Not a bad little kick there, gaining 50 metres for his team, and it's taken out of bounds. Right near the entrance here to Morton Power Oval. So the ball about to be thrown back in. We've got Schultz and Wilson doing the ruck again. Wilson wins that one down. Bounce over the head of Love, but Tyquin runs onto it. Keeps moving the ball forward. Manganelli overruns it now. Picked up by Elzinger, who's cool in the crisis. Gets the handball out to Wilson. Wilson goes back with another handball. We've Mayborn with the ball now on half back. So Mayborn with time to steady, goes long down the line. Ball will end up down near the scoreboard area again. Couple of push and shove. Ball comes over the back. Picked up here. Handballs into Tyquin. Tyquin centres the ball very, very nicely. It's a bit too much on it for Grosdanovsky, who probably gave away a free kick there, and he did, yes. So just had too much on it, didn't it, Grub?
Yeah.
So Battaglia picks the ball up and goes out wide to Wilson. Wilson now has time to steady. Chips it back again. So now they're just chipping the ball around a bit. So there's it mate Alford again, mate, who goes back to Wilson. Elzinger making space inside the forward 50. He's the only player there. It goes against that Wilson and plays on, goes long down the line. Ball flies, it goes over the back of the pack. Jared loves the first one there, gets back, gets a handball across. Another one by Condi gets through. So Tyquin goes long down the line here, looking for and not finding anyone, but over the back was O'Keefe. O'Keefe does well.
Good tackle.
It was a good tackle, wasn't it?
Great tackle.
Young Phillips.
Just couldn't quite get the hand to it, could he? Just kept him moving. Got some good young kids here, Benno.
Oh, too right. Too bloody right.
So ball thrown in now. Wilson and Schultz. Schultz comes behind. Wilson wins that one easily. Quick kick forward by Grosdanovsky. Over the back here. Oh, nearly to Manganelli. Couldn't quite hold it. Sorry, O'Keefe. Manganelli has the ball now. Remember they had Hussey and who else? There's a couple of them last year. They were just all white tape, weren't they? Just make them wear long sleeves. So Wilson and Schultz go up. Wilson again wins that one down. Henderson with the ball, gets a quick handball out. Very, very clever. Finds Beardsall. Beardsall just drives the ball forward for Bannockburn. Battle on now. Picked it up, dropped the ball, picked it up again. Handball over to Jervis. Jervis got Hose running again. He can have a bounce if he wanted, but he looks up, looks at the pass. It's not on.
Not good.
And the ball's taken by Grosdanovsky in the last line of defence, who chips the ball to Tyquin. Matty Tyquin's just racked up a power of stats. Oh, that's not his best effort, is it? Grundle comes across, but Connor Jervis takes the mark. Call play on. Back to Grosdanovsky, who does well, brings the ball to ground. Follows up now, chips the ball up to Wilson. Wilson takes the mark. Was looking at a handball. In the end, runs around, kicks the ball along out here to Donoghue. Donoghue hits the forward 50. Has a player in short. That's a very clever kick in the end.
That was what Bruce would say, mate. Centimetre perfect.
Centimetre perfect.
Just cleared the fingers.
That was millimetre perfect, mate.
I'm not quite sure it was the right kick though. I just reckon Paddy Burke was in a probably a better spot. He was only going to be 20 out, although on the boundary line. So let's just hope this kid goes back and kicks a goal.
Mason Dixon will be kicking from just inside 50 here. Time running out here at Morton Power Oval. He's kicked it. It's bending back quite nicely. It's got the distance, and there we go. Inverleigh, 9-16, trailing Bannockburn.
What's that? As a whistle?
12-8. That's a siren gone, is it?
Must have.
Siren has sounded. We did not hear it. So that leaves us with the final scores here. Inverleigh, 9-16 have been defeated by Bannockburn, 12-8. So now 9-16-70, 12-8-80. 10-point victors here at the Anzac Day clash at Morton Power. Dale, we have some goal kickers, please,
Goal
mate?
kickers for the home side. Dalton Grunnell with 4, 2 to Mason Dixon, 1 each to Wilson, Love and Burke. And for the Bannockburn side, their 12 was Josh Kunska with 3, 2 each to Bailey Kelly, Jervies, 1 each Wilson, Hose, Batalia Tristan, Maybaum and Aidan Osborne. So we'll take a short break, come back. We'll go through everything that's happened here this afternoon, and we'll look forward to a couple of good games coming up this Saturday. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.
Bay, Morton Bay Fig Oval, whatever you call them, Morton Bay Figs in your Dale, Morton Power Oval here at Inverleigh.
Well, they shouldn't just name it the Oval.
As the
Rio, East Geelong.
As the darker weather's starting to roll in. No, I don't think it was him actually, Grub. I think that was young Hose that was given the Anzac Day medal out here.
Okay.
So both sides get one though, don't they? Don't they give one to both
yeah.
sides?
They used to.
Anyway.
They'll probably give it to Robbie Logue. He gets it every year, whether he plays or not.
Well, you would have given it to Nathan Mays if he played, so it doesn't really matter.
Or Bestie. No, Bestie.
Bestie. All right, boys. We don't have a lot of time. We've got the Elvis Hour coming up shortly. It was a later game.
On Thursday?
Yep. I'm going the Elvis Hour tonight, mate, because I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. I've had enough.
He did. You said that before.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Didn't you? We were talking about something.
They're talking about the pub, the Hotham.
Yeah.
I thought,
That was a public close
it's Thursday. It's Thursday. We're back here in 2 days. All right, Grub. You said you're going to stuff this up royally. Actually, I won't use the word you used to stuff this up royally. So give us your 3, 2, 1, my friend.
All right, give me a quick go at it first.
All right, have a chat first, mate.
Not only have I stuffed it up, but Inverleigh have stuffed it up.
Yep.
They've had, 25 shots to 20?
Yep.
And lost by 10 points.
Yep.
To me, that's not on. If they kick straight in that first quarter, they dominated the game for 3 quarters, they should have won that game of football. But all credit to Bannockburn. Even though they were down on the ground, they were kicking straighter, they were kicking goals, and they came home the better, which probably gives my prediction a bit of credit that Inverleigh almost ran out of legs a little bit because the only quarter they didn't dominate was the last quarter, and where Bannockburn probably just got away in front enough and held them at bay. So, look, well done Bannockburn, but Inverleigh, they've got a bit to work on there, but I think both these sides will be there when the whips are cracking in August, September. Now, votes. I told you I'm going to stuff it up, and I will. All right? I couldn't pick a one vote. There's too many blokes.
It's not that hard.
There's too many blokes that were right on the same. So what I've done, listening to the call, I thought Mick Grozanowski was really good, and Dan was too. So my first one vote goes to Grozanowski. Right?
That's good.
I'm going to go for Wilson, but there's one on either side.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it.
Well, you can still do that
No,
if you
I'm not
want.
doing that. I'm doing
My 2 votes, I probably should give him 3 because they won. But my 2 votes went to the bloke that won the medal. He really impresses me, this kid, and I keep saying it every week. How many bloody good footballers are there underrated in Geelong if this kid doesn't play Falcons? Either that or someone's cheating at the Falcons and they get someone in there that knows a good footballer when they see him. Because James Hose was absolutely fantastic. He got my 2. I very, very, very rarely give the 3 votes to the bloke on the losing side. And to get that, you have to play an amazing game of football. And that's exactly what young Matt Tyquin did. He was just fantastic all day, and he gets my 3 even in a losing side.
Dale.
Well, I'm not too far from you, Grub. As I said, I could give one vote to a number of players. Up until he went off the ground, I thought young
Perkins.
Ryan Perkins was
fantastic.
clearly nearly the best player on the ground,
Yep.
actually. But he didn't finish or feature in the second half pretty much, and they did that without him all day. But I gave the one vote to... who did I give it to? I gave it to Beardsall. I thought Beardsall was really good off the half-back line, provided that bit of run, and he was one bloke that actually had a little bit of run left in his legs. I gave 2 to Matty Tyquin, and he actually, I think he received the medal for Inverleigh in their losing side. And I gave my 3 votes to James Hose. I thought he was sensational as well, Grub. So I said we wouldn't be too far away with our 2 and 3. The one vote could have gone anywhere. As I said, Dalton Grundle was good. There was a number of players you could have put in there, but that's the way I saw it.
Dalton Grundle kicked straight early, and he's in the votes. There's no doubt about it.
He only kicked 4 goal too.
Yeah, but them 2 early ones,
Yeah,
and an out in the fall, or one that didn't make the distance, that would have given him 7 in the votes.
Quite possibly.
Fair enough. Well, I gave one to your mate, Connor Jervis.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Once you went with that, tirade, I wrote it down.
Did not.
I said one could have gone absolutely anywhere.
Anywhere except
Henderson,
Connor
I
Jervis.
thought Henderson was really good too. You know, like he's better than his old man.
No, he's
Which
not.
isn't hard.
No, he's not.
No.
Let's put it this way: they're different sort of players.
Different sort of players. I actually thought young Jackson Elsinger's game was
Terrific.
fantastic. There's so many blokes you the one vote to. I gave 2 to Matty Tyquin, and I gave 3 to James Hose.
That's a bit of an injustice, really. I tell you, it's an injustice. Because that bloke had 40 touches, and they all went somewhere.
What, and Hose didn't?
How could you give Hose best in front of Tyquin? I'll never, ever know. But you've done it, so fair enough. I don't have to go into the loser's room and give the dinner for 2. I'm happy about that, but you're both so wrong.
Oh, yes,
So wrong.
2. You idiot.
Oh, he played a great game, but I'll never, ever give a bloke on a losing side the 3 votes. But I had to today because he was clearly best on the ground. I don't know what game he blokes are calling. Jesus.
Did Wayne annoy you? But that well, it took so long to get back at half time because Wayne had a
Gil.
word, did he?
Who's that?
That's James Filet.
That's Big Gilbert. He's the good Filet. Anyway, we're back here Saturday. Is that the right day? Is that a couple of days away?
No.
Not here.
No, we're back in the box Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
No, we're not back here Saturday because there'll be no
We're
one
just
here.
going to stay here. We just go there straight there now.
Well, let's get a parking spot. There'll be no one here, mate, Saturday. But we are covering the East Geelong and
North Geelong.
game. It is the East Geelong Past Players Day. So,
And that's got a funny name as well, Spider, so don't even try and say that one.
what's that?
The East Geelong round.
Oswald Civi civil,
Plumbing
and
Electrician,
gas fitting
carpenters,
and Spaghetti Park.
Bumcrack Park.
Yes.
So yeah, it's Oswald Civil and Plumbing or something like that. But
Something
we'll
along
just call it Richmond Crescent, shall we? We'll call it Richmond Crescent. So that's where we will be on Saturday. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage today. Grubby nearly made sense, but the most sense Grubby made was just after half time he wasn't here. So thank you, Grubby.
Sure,
Grubby, can you get through our sponsors quickly, please? No.
Right, we'll run out of time, boys. We'll get them done. We'll get them Saturday.
Get them Saturday. All right. Thank you. Thanks to the two lads who are working here. Thank you, Steelo, back in the studio. I'll see you Saturday morning, Steelo. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local footy.
Beauty. Good on you, mate.